The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football starts now.
Good evening, everyone, from Bryan Station High School in Lexington. Welcome to our broadcast of Central Kentucky high school football on Glycon. Tonight it's the visiting Simon Kenton Pioneers against the Bryan Station Defenders. Keith Elkins along with KJ Jones. Good to have you with us tonight on Glycon. KJ, both of these teams, after a bit of a rough start, have now won their last two games, so it looks like things are coming together for them. That would seem to make for a pretty good matchup tonight.
For sure. Both these teams on a row, as you said, both winning their last two games. Started off kind of rocky, but both these teams playing some good competition. So just because they lost a few games early doesn't mean you can count them out. And, again, they're both on two-game winning streak, so let's see which team can carry that momentum and get the win here tonight.
One additional development for Bryan Station as they improve on their season is that they've got Jordan Haskins back tonight. He'd been out with a high ankle sprain, and as we know from seeing him in the past, he's a dynamic performer offensively and defensively. That should be a good boost for them.
It definitely should be. He, like as you said, he's a very dynamic player. He does it just about all for these guys, and whenever you lose a big-time star like that, it definitely hurts the team, so definitely a big key for them getting him back tonight.
Offers from many colleges for Jordan Haskins, and he'll be back on the field tonight for the Defenders. It'll be a beautiful night for football here at Bryan Station. Tonight's weather forecast is presented by Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. Right now, clear skies, 77 degrees as we approach kickoff, and the temperature will drop into the mid to lower 70s tonight, but it'll be a very comfortable evening for the fans who turn out here tonight at Bryan Station, as well as these players and coaches as Bryan Station meets Simon Kenton tonight. We'll have more of our pregame report in a moment. We'll hear from both coaches, Joe Wynn of Simon Kenton and J.T. Haskins of Bryan Station. That's coming up a bit later. Stay with us here on Glycon.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
Talking with Coach Joe Wynn of Simon Kenton. He is in his first season at the school, but he is a veteran head coach. And Coach, how would you describe this first stage of your first year at Simon Kenton? Because you have to get everybody on the same page and you're adjusting to a new job. How's it gone for you?
No, it's good. Our kids are working hard, and we're just changing things. Things are different, for the kids, for me, from being at Mason to here, and but by now week 6, we're kind of rolling, I think, in a little bit of groove and understand kind of what we're trying to do as a program, and then trying to where we're going. And kids are playing both ways for the first time in a long time, and learning a lot of football, getting a lot of reps, and a lot of quality reps. The last couple weeks with our schedule, so. I think the hardest part is sometimes you want to skip a step of the process and just kind of expedite it. And, there are no cheat codes. You got to take each step by step and execute it. And as you do that, your program will build and get better.
You've got a quarterback in Grant Webb who is coming along and, of course, replacing Brady Lee, who was a star for Simon Kenton. Tell me about his development in terms of being the leader on the field.
Yeah, he's getting better each week. I think the hardest thing for Grant is knowing that he's a sophomore, but he's got to have a voice and be the leader back there as the quarterback. And he's got some really good football players around him, so he doesn't need to do too much. And I think sometimes early on in the season as a sophomore, you think you got to do too much, and really he just got to execute the offense, get the ball to Grayson and our playmakers, Jordan and Landon, and good things to happen. And so he's been able to do that. And so now we need to start stacking days and weeks and get it all back together.
Yeah, you mentioned some of the individuals there, Jordan Pendleton and Landon Brown and Grayson Harris, who is an outstanding receiver. Tell me a little bit more about him and his game.
Yeah, Grayson's a stud. He's explosive. He can get on your toes really quick. He's like 6 foot tall. He elevates. He when he jumps, he stays in the air for a while. So, not really seen something like that. What he can do skill wise. But he's a good leader. He's a great kid and works hard, and he wants to win, and he wants to have a good football team and do things the right way. And his fire matches his intensity of practice and in the classroom, and who he is as a person. He's a great kid, and so it's nice to see his work kind of pay off on Friday nights for what he's doing for our team and playing defense. And he never wants to come off the field. He's always yelling at me, get back on the field, and got to tell him, give me a play. Let me get you a play here, and we'll get you back in. But he's dynamic, man. He's fast. He understands football. He understands the game. And, this year he's really playing both ways for us.
Tell me about some of the challenges presented by this Bryan Station team.
They're fast, they're athletic, they're big. Everything you want in the football team, I think they are. They run to the ball really well. They have good attitudes. Looking on the field, the film, they run to the ball. And it's a fire there. They love playing. You can tell they love playing defense and run to the football. Offensively, the quarterback, I like him mechanically. He's really good. Offensive line are huge. They got some really good pieces up there. Number 4 is a dynamic kid on offense and defense too, touching the ball there. And they do a good job of getting their athletes in space and saying, let's go make a play here. And you can see that they want to play for each other, and they love playing on that football team.
I'm sure coaches have a basic list of priorities that possibly never change, but in terms of how the season is going along, what's at the head of your list right now in terms of seeing improvement from your team?
Well, we just want to get better today, and then tomorrow in our film and our preparation. And if we can get better each day and build quality depth, and get some of these JV guys ready to play Friday nights in our district play here in a couple weeks, we're in a good spot. We just want to get better each week, and right now it's the preseason for us in a sense of out of district play. The RPI is what it is. I don't put too much stock in the RPI and all that, but come playoff time, we want to be district champions, and we're building right now to hopefully make a stretch run here in the district play, and then obviously into the playoffs. So we just want to get better each day and execute and get better up front and across the board. And if we do that, we'll be okay.
All right. Thanks a lot, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back on Glycon.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
You have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
With Fast Signs, create custom deep sea signage that makes the wait a visual escape. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back at Bryan Station High School, where we're getting set for a kickoff between Bryan Station and Simon Kenton coming up in just a few minutes here on Glycod. But right now it's time to take a look at the keys to the game tonight. They are presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts availability and unmatched service. KJ, what about the keys tonight?
Thank you, Keith. Tonight for Simon Kenton, the keys to the game will be ball security, first and foremost. They have 11 giveaways on the year. Station has 11 takeaways, so they're good at poking that ball away. They'll need an efficient pass game. They're a pass-heavy team. And their quarterback, Webb, he has 8 TDs but 5 interceptions, so that'll be something he needs to clean up. And then taking away the Station run game. The most proficient part of their offense is their run game, so just make sure they take that away to be able to take away the pass also. And then tonight for Bryan Station, they'll need balance on offense. They have a pretty balanced attack, both run and pass. So just make sure they're staying, again, balanced on that side and limiting the interceptions. Carpenter, he has 6 touchdowns, and he has 5 interceptions on the year. So that's not a very good ratio right there either. And then good secondary coverage. Simon Kenton is a pass-heavy team, so just making sure the secondary is playing well tonight to be able to have a chance to win this game.
And you heard Coach Wynn in his pregame comments talking about defenders being very aggressive on defense. They've got some good athletes and people who can really disrupt an offense. So the quarterback and others have to be alert to that all the time. Just an added element there, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And then again, for Bryan Station, just making sure you're jamming those receivers, throwing off the timing, because if you let the quarterback Webb get into a rhythm, he can really torch the defense there tonight.
Those are the keys to the game presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. This broadcast is authorized by Bryan Station High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. We'll have more of our pregame report in just a moment, including comments from Bryan Station coach J.T. Haskins right after this.
Plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
Proudly based in Jessamine County, R.J. Corman Railroad Group has been serving North America's railroad industry since 1973. Find out more by visiting rjcorman.com. For high-quality railroad service, it's R.J. Corman.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Talking with Coach J.T. Haskins of Bryan Station. And, Coach, a couple of wins on the board since we saw you last and after the 0-3 start. So what's been, if there any particular reason for the improvement and the victories?
We're just playing as one, playing together. I think all the kids are now buying in. And everything's just settling down now. The preseason, as I said earlier, is coming to an end as we get ready to start district play here in 2 weeks. So I think the kids understand what's at hand. And I also told the seniors, we're midway through the season, so it's almost over for you guys. So now we got to come out and just keep playing hard.
And you mentioned the district. I was going to ask you about that. With district play approaching, how do you change your focus or maybe increase your focus as you get nearer to district play?
Well, I don't think the focus needs to change. I think we want to keep the main thing, and that's just go out and play hard, fast, physical, and relentless defense. Mm-hmm. And again, like I said, play as one. So there's no approach different. We're going to just attack it one play at a time and see how it goes.
Seems like from the numbers you have a lot of balance on your team from the running and passing attack. Tell me about that, how that's developed like that.
We want to keep it balanced because, every time if you're a good defensive guy, defensive coordinator, you want to come out and stop the run. Mm-hmm. All right, so if you're able to stop the run, then that means they're going to have to pass. So we kind of want to keep that balance to where you don't know what we're going to hit you with.
When I look at video of your team, you see an awful lot of number 4 on both sides of the ball, Kamani Barber. Tell me about his development as a player and what he means to your team.
Kamani Barber is electric. If you guys haven't seen him, you in for a treat and in for a show. Fantastic kid in the classroom as well on the field, as you guys are well have seen. He's pretty much everything for us. You put the ball in his hands, anything can happen.
Tell me about some other guys that at this stage of the season are now beginning to show improvement for you and look like they can do the job for you as the season moves along.
Well, Michael Sands, the tight end, he's looking pretty good. And Tyler Crutcher, the other tight end. Those both guys are actually settling in as far as run blocking and as well as in the passing game. So I look for those two to pick it up a little more and give us a push on down further into the season. And tonight we also get Jordan Haskins back. Yeah. So he's back in the lineup tonight, and he'll be flying around as well. All right, we'll look forward to that. Thanks very much, and good luck tonight. All right, thank you. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Sunshine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Sunshine Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Score 1.9% financing on select new Kia models like 2026 Kia Sportage. Or win with 0% on 2025 Kia Sorento and Sportage.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Nearing game time here at Bryan Station High School tonight. Teams have left the field for the moment, but we expect them back shortly as we're getting ready to kick off on a beautiful evening for football as Bryan Station takes on Simon Kenton. Looking forward to this one, and we'll talk about tonight's game plans now. Tonight's game plan is built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. The right decision for your home. KJ, what do you think these coaches have come up with for tonight?
For Simon Kenton tonight, I think it's spreading the ball around. They have a lot of weapons that are very versatile, so just getting the ball to all those guys and making it hard on that station defense tonight, and then stacking the box on defense. This is the Bryan Station team that can throw the ball, but they're very run-heavy, so you have to stack that box and take away that run, and then that'll also help in taking away the pass. And for Bryan Station, at quarterback, just making good decisions. They've thrown a lot of interceptions this year, so if they can limit those, they have a pretty good shot to win and put up some points on the board. And then disciplined defense. Again, as I was saying, Simon Kenton has a lot of versatile athletes on the offensive side of the ball, so just staying disciplined and knowing what you need to be doing on defense and not giving up any big plays.
And as we mentioned in the open, both teams have won 2 in a row, so you figure that they're showing that they're getting better, but on the other hand, somebody's momentum is going to be stopped tonight. So this is a pretty important game, especially with district play right around the corner.
Yeah, it definitely is. Again, district play is very big, and you always want that momentum going into district play. And like you said, the sad part is there always has to be a loser. So one team is going to come up shorthanded tonight, but I think we're in for a good one, and we're going to see a hard-fought battle tonight.
Simon Kenton and Bryan Station coming up, so stay with us. We'll be right back and get the start of the ball game for you here in just a moment on Glycod.
We're here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Manowar Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas, good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School football.
Just a couple of minutes away from kickoff here at Bryan Station High School as Bryan Station takes on Simon Kenton tonight. And our broadcast on Glycod, the Pioneers come in with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses. They defeated Dixie Heights to start the season and then also won over Western Brown of Ohio, a 43-24 score there, and then lost decisively to Covington Catholic 62-15, and then were beaten soundly by Beechwood 45-6, but then bounced back for a 35-14 win at Connor to move to 3-2 on the season. And for Bryan Station, they started off a tough schedule for them as usual, and they were beaten by South Warren 56-35 at Lexington Christian. That was back on August 22nd, and then lost to Pulaski County 49-27. They were lost to Corbin here at Bryan Station, a game that only went to halftime because of bad weather moving in, and the game was called off at halftime. Corbin got the win 7-0. Then Bryan Station got away with an unusual score of 8-3 over Ballard, and then came back with a win at Tates Creek 35-14 last week to move to 2-3 on the season. So they, like Simon Kenton, have won their last 2 ball games, and this is sort of a familiar story, KJ, for Bryan Station. We've seen them before take on some difficult opponents at the beginning, but they right the ship and they don't lose focus because of a couple of early losses, and now it appears they've got that momentum going again. They've got Haskins back tonight, so some positive things happening for them, but that's also true over on the Simon Kenton side. They've played well the last couple of weeks, and so they've got plenty of momentum coming into this one too.
Yeah, and again, like you said, Bryan Station, this is familiar territory for them. They started off slow in their past few seasons, but have managed to turn it around on the latter part of the season and make a deep playoff run. So I would expect the same thing here tonight. And again, as you said, they're picking up momentum. They've won their previous 2, so they're already on the right track to end the season on a strong note.
Well, a beautiful night for football here at Bryan Station. Temperature in the high 70s. Will probably drop into the low 70s by the end of the ball game tonight, but that's a great temperature and a great evening here in late September, and we are been now past the halfway point in the regular season. These two teams will move into district play shortly and moving into this real prime time of the high school football season. So we are just about set to go here. We hope you enjoy our broadcast tonight. I'm Keith Elkins, KJ Jones alongside. Jackson Miller is our producer, and Jacob Johns is our camera operator tonight. That's your Glycod crew, and we're glad that you have joined us here for this one. The first possession will go to Simon Kenton under Coach Joe Wynn, a first-year head coach at Simon Kenton, but has previously been a head coach at Newport and at Mason County. So he is a veteran head coach and now taking on this Simon Kenton program in that northern Kentucky area where they're really intensely interested in football up there. A lot of great fan bases up there. We are underway as Hannon boots it away, and it'll sail on into the end zone, and that's usually the case off the foot of John Hannon, and that's the way we'll get started as that one goes into the end zone on the opening kick.
Yeah, I think we're in for a good one here tonight between these two teams.
Bryan Station coached by J.T. Haskins, also in his first year, but like Joe Wynn, he is a veteran coach. He'd been an assistant here at Bryan Station from 2016 through 2024, and played here, so very much a part of this program. And he is looking forward and now enjoying the head coaching position here, guiding his team through his first season. So it'll be Grant Webb at quarterback for Simon Kenton. He's a sophomore. The whistle blows as now we're going to move the positioning of the ball. Grant Webb, the sophomore quarterback, having a good season, taking over for Brady Lee, who was a star at Simon Kenton. And here is Webb rolling right, and he's looking long on the first play of the game, going for Harris, and Harris has got it at the 36-yard line in Bryan Station territory, where Grayson Harris is a big threat, and they went to him right on the first play.
And you've seen him run a double move right there and a good rollout there by Grant Webb and just throwing it up and giving his guy a chance. And I feel like we're going to see a lot of that here tonight because this is a very pass-heavy Simon Kenton team. And if they're starting off like that, I expect them to keep going to it.
Well, Grant Webb ready to take the snap on 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. A big play for Simon Kenton to start things off. There is Landon Brown looking for room, comes to the outside, and down the sideline he goes, and they push him out of bounds. A tough runner, Landon Brown, handling the carry on that first down play.
Yeah, good job right there by Landon Brown, and a nice hit laid out at the end right there by Elijah Bojang, but we need to see some better tackling tonight from Bryan Station if they expect to have a chance tonight.
So a second down and short for Simon Kenton as they move with the ball after receiving the opening kickoff. Now here is Webb again throwing, and that one is tipped in the air and falls incomplete, intended for Grayson Harris.
And you see Bryan Station bringing a little bit of pressure off the edge right there. Looked like a slot blitz and looking for his guy again, Grayson Harris, just unable to bring it in that time and bringing up a third and very short here.
So third down and short now, third down and less than a yard. Ball at about the 27-yard line, 26-yard line in Bryan Station territory. Three wide receivers to the right, toward the top, or to the left, toward the top of your screen.
You see a trip set here to the strong side of the field to see if they go that direction, maybe an out route.
Here's the snap, and they give it to Brown. He runs into heavy traffic. Fighting forward now. Let's see where he was when the whistle blew.
A really good stop right there from the Station defense. That defensive front doing a good job on the run right there. Looks like they were able to still pick up the first down, though.
They did get the first down. Now the ball at about the 23-yard line. And three receivers to the left for Webb. He gives to Brown again, spins away from a would-be tackler, and gets down close to the 15-yard line.
Some really strong running from Brown here to start off, and this Simon Kenton offense looking really good here to start this game off. A very good first possession for them.
So it'll be second down at about 4. Place it at the 17-yard line. Landon Brown again in behind Grant Webb.
You see single man coverage here in the boundary.
Again, they give it to Brown on the left side this time. Has to head back in the other direction, and then finally is brought down. Raymond Young over there for the defenders.
And this time going with the stretch play to Brown. We've seen them on the halfback dives and inside zones. This time trying to get it on the edge, but really good job of a flow from the defense there, getting to the outside and containing them.
Joel Indiasaba also in on the stop for Bryan Station. So now third down and about 1. And the give is to Brown, calling on him for that tough yardage, but the defenders are right there. And looked like he was stopped. Again, that was Young.
And again, that's all the defensive front right there. Hats off to the Bryan Station defensive line so far. Really clogging up those holes, making it hard to run on the inside and bringing up a big fourth down here.
So an early big fourth down situation in this one. Simon Kenton struck quickly with the long pass play to Harris and then have driven down the field, but now find themselves at 4th and 1. Under center this time. And a timeout will be taken by Simon Kenton. And we'll take a break here too. 8:54 to go in the first. No score. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Keith Elkins along with KJ Jones. We've seen a good drive by Simon Kenton here, but now they've got to produce a first down here with 4th and short at about the 15-yard line. 4th and about 2. Maybe a long one for Simon Kenton, but Bryan Station's defense has stiffened a bit.
It did. They gave up a few big plays there to start off the drive, but they did put up a wall here for the Simon Kenton defense and able to get them to a 4th down here.
So again, this time Grant Webb under center. He takes it himself, pushes into the line.
And it looks like he may have picked it up. Not sure just yet.
So we'll see if he made it. Just went with the quarterback that time. Grant Webb, 6'3", 200-pound sophomore. So he has some size and having a good year in his first year as the starter. And it is a first down as they move the chains now. So on first down, here is Webb wanting to throw, floats it out to the right side, and it is broken up over there.
And really good coverage right there. Looked like he was looking for his man Christian Bounds, but good coverage on the back end from Bryan Station. Looked like number 4, Kamari Barber, on the coverage and doing a really good job there. Got his head around at the last minute, able to knock that pass around. You see a big height difference there, but he didn't back down.
Yeah, Kamani Barber, all-around performer for Bryan Station. We'll see a lot from him on the offensive end too. So now 2nd and 10 from about the 13-yard line. Snap, and this time Webb keeps it, but he is brought down quickly by Joel Indiasaba. A nice play, got into that backfield quickly that time.
Yeah, and it looked like a read option right there and just not making the right read, and again doing a good job right there coming down and making that tackle.
So that pushes them back, and now they're at 3rd and 15. Simon Kenton is taking a look toward the sideline. Grant Webb, the quarterback. Landon Brown there with him in the backfield. The snap to Webb. He is looking. He is throwing over the middle, and a leaping catch in the end zone. And that is a touchdown.
And again, it looked like his guy, Grayson Harris. We've seen him on about 3 different targets so far to start this game off, and just showing the confidence that he has in his guy right there throwing that one up. And I see why he has the confidence, able to bring that tight contested catch down.
Grayson Harris, 6-footer, 184-pound senior, and he is a big part of that Simon Kenton offense. We've seen a lot of him here in the opening drive. So the Pioneers take an early 6-0 lead.
And if you're Coach Wynn, I don't think you could have asked for a better starting possession here. You're in an away game, coming down, scoring on your first possession, converting a 4th down, and getting the touchdown.
Jordan Pendleton will hold, and the snap is low, and now the ball is knocked away. And here come the defenders, and now the whistle blows to stop the play, but they did prevent the extra point. The low snap did, and it's 6-0. Simon Kenton, they failed to get the extra point, 7:54. And 7:54 to go first quarter, a 6-0 lead for Simon Kenton, and a good first drive. And Grayson Harris has shown us something already, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. 2 big catches on that drive right there, and then the last one getting the touchdown. But everything was good on that drive except for the kick right there, unable to come away with the extra point. Let's see if Bryan Station can answer that first touchdown.
So the defenders now will get their hands on the football for the first time. Braden Payne, Kamani Barber back deep. Miles Mullen will set to kick it off for Simon Kenton. Clock stopped at 7:54 to go, first quarter. And the kick, a short one, picked up at the 40, 45, 50. And across midfield and down toward the 40-yard line.
Kenton decided to go with a squib kick there, but it backfired as a good return right there from Elijah Bojang, getting him across the 50-yard line into Simon Kenton territory.
Was that Bojang that got it? I think it was. Grabbed it, one of the up men, and took it to the 42-yard line. So a great field situation for Bryan Station as they get their hands on the football. C.J. Carpenter, the quarterback. Takes it and hands off. Short gains about the 40, the 39-yard line. Is that Johnson? Yeah, Avery Johnson, I believe, on it. No, yeah.
Just a simple halfback dive there. You really want to get that run game established here if you're Bryan Station.
Avery Johnson with the first carry for Bryan Station. And again, it's given to Johnson. He crosses the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. Not a lot there for him.
Yeah, not too much going on that play right there, bringing up about a 3rd and medium here.
Under the 7-minute mark in the first quarter.
If you're Station, this is the 3rd down you really want to convert. You already gave up the touchdown on the opening drive, and you're blessed with some good field position in your own in the Simon Kenton territory. Let's see if they can capitalize here.
3rd down and about 7 from the 38. Carpenter takes the snap and looks and fires deep downfield, and it falls incomplete. And have we got a flag over there?
Yeah, it looks like the defender just ran into the receiver right there. Looks like the intended target was that Sean Okpebolo, I think.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Yes, Sean Okpebolo.
And the big receiver right there. Yeah, again, the defender just ran into him there and took him down.
So the ball will be marked then at about the 27-yard line, and first down, Bryan Station. Trying to drive for a tie or maybe tie-breaking score if they can get the extra point. C.J. Carpenter, 5'11", 175, and a junior. 34 of 68 passing on the season coming into this game. Stepping off to the 23-yard line. Carpenter turns and hands behind him.
The run
Raymond
game,
Young.
Yeah, just not too much going for the run game there. Really good job by the Kenton defensive line.
That was Johnson again, Avery Johnson with the carry. So that'll bring up second down. It'll be just about 10 yards. They'll go from the 23. Kamani Barber wide to the right. Carpenter hands it to Johnson again, looking for running room toward the right. And gets out there, turns the corner just a bit, gets down close to the 20.
And running the stretch play right there, getting to the outside, and Johnson's speed helping him get around that edge.
Avery Johnson just listed at 5'4" and 153 and a senior. Runs hard and is very strong.
And this here, another 3rd and long situation here for the Bryan Station offense, and this just isn't the ideal situation for them. Let's see if they're able to convert again here.
3rd down play coming. Here is Carpenter throwing out to the right, and he's got his man. That is Crutcher, and he is headed for the end zone, and that is a touchdown. Tyler Crutcher made the catch and pulled it in and then took off down the right sideline and carried it in for the tying touchdown.
And it looks like the Kenton defense just forgot about him. There weren't any defenders around the area, and quarterback doing a good job just dumping it off to him, and Crutcher doing the rest with his legs, getting in for the touchdown.
So that comes with 5:04 to go in the first. Evens the score at 6-6. Now the defenders will try to move ahead. Hannon, the veteran place kicker, out there. And the whistle blew before the kick. Call goes against Simon Kenton, offsides. John Hannon on the year, 8 for 8 in extra points, also 1 for 1 with a 45-yard field goal. Senior. Ready to try it again. And this time it is blocked and no good, so both teams unsuccessful on the extra point tries, and that leaves it at 6-6 with 5:04 to go in the first quarter. And we will take a break here and be right back with more football on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back at Bryan Station High School, we saw the defenders respond with a touchdown, a nice catch and run by Tyler Crutcher. He was one of the players that Coach Haskins mentioned in his pregame comments about showing some improvement here in recent weeks, and he looks like he could be a real weapon for them.
Yeah, he does. He caught that. Couldn't tell exactly what route it was. I think it was maybe a drag route, and he's able to just do the rest with his legs and get in for the touchdown.
Ready to go on the kickoff. Hannon boots it away. And into the end zone for John Hannon. That's the usual spot for a lot of his kickoffs. And so the Pioneers will start from about from the 20, and that'll be with a 6-6 tie on the board. Well, KJ, we look for an evenly contested game tonight, and so far we're certainly getting that.
We really are. Both teams scoring on the first possession. Defense just hasn't had any answers so far. Let's see if some adjustments have been made for the second drive here.
So the Pioneers back on the field now. They came in at 3-2. Bryan Station 2-3. Grant Webb's got a couple of receivers to his right. And he looks and throws to his left and got his man out there. That is Jordan Pendleton, who makes the catch up near the 40-yard line.
And starting this drive off just how they did the first drive with a pass play and picking up some nice yardage. Again, as you said, Jordan Pendleton right there. Looks like a corner route right in between the safety and the corner. And good job by Webb fitting that ball in there.
So Webb, a lot of confidence as he throws. And, of course, he's seen a lot of action through the first part of this season. But he is just a sophomore, so a high ceiling for him.
And his receivers with some strong hands. So I see why Webb has the confidence back there that he does.
And he's going to throw again. And this time it's batted away and incomplete. It falls to the ground, and a couple of defenders in there quickly.
It looks like he was looking for a quick read across the middle, but good job by that station line again, getting back there and causing some disruption.
Armstrong was one of them.
And so far here to start out, I just want to give the praise to the station defensive line. They've done a really good job, really clogging up those holes on the inside and knocking a pass down right there. It's just the secondary that needs to step it up here.
Yeah, some of those defenders on that line include Ethan Thomas and Freddie Canuto, Gio Anderson, Cedric Armstrong. Second down and 10, and here's Webb under some pressure, but got rid of it to Brown, and he comes up the left side, is tripped up as he crosses the 45-yard line. They were drawing in the pressure that time and then floated it over the pressure to get to Brown.
And that was the perfect play call right there for the pressure. A screen pass right there, dumping it off to Brown, and good job by Haskins coming up to make the stop right there, bringing up about a third and medium here.
Got some very aggressive defensive players on that Bryan Station defense. That's their approach, of course, and so the screen is one of the good ways to try to counter that. Webb has it, hands to Brown, around the left side, and then met by several Bryan Station players as they push him out near the 45.
Yeah, good job right there. Looks like they were trying to get to the outside, but Station doing a good job again, forcing Brown back inside, not giving him the edge and bringing up another fourth down. It looks like Kenton's going to keep their offense out there. Shows the confidence that Coach Wynn has in his guys out there.
Yeah, fourth and about 5. And the whistle blows, and we got an offside against Bryan Station. That may have been what that whole setup was about, is to try to draw them offside, and they were just within the range where the penalty would give them a first down, and it has.
And that's just a penalty you can't have right there. You have them backed up, fourth down in their own territory, going for it, and you just give it to them for free.
And the ball right at midfield. First and 10 for Simon Kenton. Now the whistle blows just as Webb received that snap. It's like a false start, I think, against Simon Kenton. Yes. Officiating crew tonight: Keith Jackson, the referee; Jeffrey Clark, the umpire; Michael Ashurst is the head linesman; line judge Omar McDaniel; back judge Clay White; side judge Jordan Torrance; and the field judge is Jimmy Mills. Here's the snap, and the give to Brown, looking for room in the middle. Finds some. He broke through there, and they had to tackle him in the secondary. Indiasabo made the tackle, but he got a good gain that time, another first down.
He did, and able to break a few tackles and then pick up, again, a really good gain there on first down.
Yeah, not a first down for him, but it'll be third down after the penalty. They needed 15, so 3rd and 5 now. Still got second on the indicator on the side. Here's the snap, and straight ahead it goes, and again, a good gain.
And again, you see Station right there bringing some pressure. We've seen them bring pressure a lot here to start the game off, but Brown running right by it and picking up another good gain there. And you're starting to see this run game pick up for Simon Kenton here. This drive's continued.
Under 2 minutes to go, first quarter.
It looks like a first down here from Kenton. Looks like it was the running back there, Torrin Turner. A little bit antsy.
Yeah, Torrin Turner.
I think he's getting the ball on that play. And
wearing number 19, a 5'10 senior, but yeah, he took a step forward there. That'll be 1st and 15 as things stand now at the 40-yard line in Bryan Station territory. Webb hands off. They keep trying that middle of the line. Most of the time the defenders have been able to hold them off.
They have, and as you see the game start to go on, you'll start to see that D-line get wore down, but they're doing a really good job here to start the game off.
That was Turner again on that carry. So a second down play coming. Second and about 15 now. And the whistle blows again. Looks like a little movement there again that time.
Yeah, it looked like Station was bringing some more pressure off the edge right there. Not sure if they maybe got a step ahead.
It will be against the defense, Bryan Station. So they'll step that off, and now 10 yards to go for a first down as we're inside the final minute of the first quarter. Here's Webb looking to throw. He's going to put it up, fires over the middle, got his man at the 20. That is spun down and around the 15-yard line. That again is Harris, Grayson Harris.
Yeah, and you see Station right there in zone coverage, and Harris doing a good job running that in route and just finding that open space in there. And good job by Webb finding him in that open space. And you just see the chemistry that those two guys have.
Nice throw right across the middle. Hit him in stride. And now a good gain for Simon Kenton. That'll wrap up first quarter action as we come to the end of the first quarter here at Bryan Station High School tonight. A good one going. It's the Bryan Station Defenders 6 and the Simon Kenton Pioneers 6. All tied at the end of one. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment on Kickoff.
Confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Sunshine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Sunshine Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
6-6 at the end of the first quarter. We're ready to go for the start of the second quarter.
As you see in the bottom of the screen, you got Grayson Harris and Haskins best on best out there. I want to see that get thrown to, but good job by the Station defense again, stopping that run.
Yeah, they got Turner that time. Stopped him, looked like short of the line of scrimmage. Well, at about the 16 now. As King in motion for Simon Kenton. Now here is Webb floating it for the end zone.
And Kamani Barber on the coverage right there, doing a really good job staying in phase, getting his head around right in the ball came in and coming up with the pick.
Kamani Barber, a big play for the Bryan Station defense. We said watch for him on both sides of the ball tonight. And he makes the pick, and that comes with 11:14 to go in the second quarter and turns away the Simon Kenton threat. They were moving the ball well.
And this Bryan Station defense with two lockdown corners, as you have Haskins on one side and Barber on the other side. So two really good guys out there, and I feel like Coach has a lot of trust in when that ball gets thrown in the air that his corners are going to make a play.
So Barber now in there on the offensive side as Bryan Station takes over. The 20. Now Carpenter throwing over the middle, and Barber's got it. And gets away from a tackler and gets a few more yards upfield, up near the 40-yard line, across the 40.
And coming up with a pick, and very next play getting a big pass play and get an explosive play for this Station offense.
Kamani Barber, a big play. Carpenter got it to him. Now we have a penalty against Simon Kenton. Face mask. So now they are marching down the field behind the official.
And that's a big penalty to add on to the already top of the explosive play. And again, you have Station already in Simon Kenton territory.
Now at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10 for the defenders. The snap to Carpenter, hands it off, and Montgomery is tackled immediately.
Yeah, it looks like it may have been a little bit of miscommunication on the play right there, but number 53, Christian Hicks, blowing that play up in the backfield, knocking him back.
Kerwin Montgomery on the carry for Bryan Station, but nothing there for him as Hicks was right there.
And Hicks, a big guy.
On second down, here is Carpenter again and hands it off again. This time a good gain straight ahead.
Yeah, it was like,
Montgomery again.
Yeah, and this time able to pick up some good yardage on the play.
The ball spotted at the 37-yard line in Simon Kenton territory. Be a third down play. About 4 to go. Carpenter going to throw it this time. Fires out to the left. Got his man out there, and a gain down to about the inside the 30.
It looked like Braden Wilson right there running the hitch route. You see the defense playing off coverage and good communication right there with the quarterback and C.J. Carpenter putting it right on his man and able to pick up the first down here.
Wilson with the catch.
And you have to love the balance on the drive here. You've seen some big runs and a few big passes.
That's been a trademark of Bryan Station this year, the balanced offense between the running and the passing, and we're seeing both tonight.
When you do that, it just keeps the defense on their toes.
Here's the pass picked off this time. And Simon Kenton's going to bring it back. An interception made by Colton Farsing.
Yeah, and it looks like he was looking for his guy, Kamani Barber, just a little bit high on the pass, and the defender waiting right there to pick it off. And you just hate that after you got a big turnover and then you're driving the ball, putting together a good drive, marching into Simon Kenton territory, and have a big turnover right there.
So, interception this time by Simon Kenton. Still 6-6 as the Pioneers offense comes back onto the field.
And it seems like both these teams are mimicking each other. You see Kenton scoring the first drive, and Station scores in the first drive, and Kenton throws an interception, Station throws an interception. These are two evenly matched teams here tonight.
Colton Farsing made the pick there. 7 solo tackles on the season for him. Here is Webb throwing across the middle to Pendleton. He's got it and then is knocked down near the 36-yard line.
Yeah, that was a really big hit right there put on Pendleton. But a good job holding onto the ball. And, again, these Simon Kenton receivers doing a good job finding those open zones, and Webb doing a good job putting the ball on the money to him there.
A first down play. I'm about the 37-yard line. The snap, and Webb hands it off. That is Brown again. Raymond Young is there. Woolfolk is there for the defenders.
Besides a handful of runs, this Bryan Station defense has done a really good job containing Brown here.
We did get a holding penalty against the Pioneers. So they'll step that off, but the clock stopped at 8:56 in the second quarter. Ball game all tied at 6. Each team with a touchdown. Each team failed to get the extra point in the first quarter.
Both teams trying really hard to establish a run game, but the defense just not giving any pull so far. And you see how close up the Bryan Station safeties are playing to stop that run game. But that opens them up to the deep pass, though.
He's going to throw high and long. Harris is out there. That one's incomplete.
Yeah, I'm looking for his guy again, Grayson Harris, but that time not on the same page. One of the few times we've seen here tonight. Looks like he was looking for him on the slot fade and just threw it a little bit too far outside. And again, as I was saying, you see the station safeties creeping up to the line, and that opens you up to that deep ball right there. Just luckily that they were able to connect right there.
So second down and 20. It'll be from the 26-yard line. Simon Kenton operating in its own territory. Grant Webb, the sophomore quarterback. Brown in the backfield with him. And again, here is Webb looking, and throwing over the middle, incomplete, going for Harris, but he was pretty well covered that time.
Yeah, he was. There was about 3 Bryan Station defenders right there, but again, that shows the confidence that Webb has in Harris. If you're throwing the ball into that much coverage, expecting your guy to make the pass or make the catch.
Yeah, that catch he made in the end zone. If you could just get it near him, let him make the play, right?
Yeah, he's one of those guys you just throw it up and he has the opportunity to make a play on the ball.
So Webb passes the word.
And a third and very long here. Let's see what they decide to do right here. I'd expect maybe a screen pass.
Webb looking, and throwing downfield, and again, incomplete. Again, a little too tall this time.
Yeah, and it looks like the defender may have gotten there just a little bit early, but luckily it wasn't called. Good coverage right there by number 18, Ron Woolfolk.
Going for Harris again.
And again, coming up with another big stop on defense, getting the ball back to the offense.
So here goes Harris. Can he do anything else? He's stepping back to punt now.
You see Kamani Barber, their big-time player back there to receive the punt. Let's see if he can get an explosive play here.
From the 26, the left-footed Harris boots it high, but not too far. Gets a little bit of a Simon Kenton bounce at the 40 and rolling down to about the 37-yard line. And that's where the defenders will start following the punt by Grayson Harris.
Yeah, not the best punt, but a good job flipping the field. Station still starting off with some good field position here. It looks like at about the 37-yard line.
8:16 to go, second quarter. Bryan Station looking for its third straight victory, as is Simon Kenton. But Simon Kenton comes in at 3-2. The defenders at 2-3. C.J. Carpenter turns and hands off to Avery Johnson. Hits into the left side. Still going and tackled up near the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and a good run right there by Johnson. Defense is firm, but he's doing all that he can to pick up some tough yardage.
Well, second down at about 3 for the defenders. Barber wide right. See Crutcher in there. He caught the touchdown pass earlier. Again, the give is to Johnson. Hits hard into the right side of the line. Got a gain. Good enough for the first down for Bryan Station. A stop by Jason Rabe of Simon Kenton.
And again, some good strong running right there. Able to pick up the first down. 2 strong runs here to start off this drive for Bryan Station.
The ball at the 49-yard line in Bryan Station territory. Here is Carpenter looking and going long for Barber, and he's got it. Was he out of bounds? Oh, it's a good catch. And that's down near the 15-yard line. We'll see where they spot it, but Kamani Barber with another big play for Bryan Station and a good throw from Carpenter.
Yeah. And again, just a fly route right there, and it's running past the defender and able to catch that ball over his shoulder. Really nice hands right there from Barber.
They mark it at the 17-yard line, so now the defenders are in business in this tie game, 6-6. Under 7 to go before halftime. Johnson behind Carpenter in the Bryan Station backfield. And Johnson takes it, and he is tracked down by Ober, who makes a nice tackle.
Yeah, not much room at all right there. Ober completely blowing that one up in the backfield, not giving Johnson anywhere to run on that play.
Tucker Ober, a 6'2 senior, had 20 solo tackles coming into this game. Made a nice defensive play there. Second down, about 11 now. The ball at the 20. Braden Wilson out wide right near the bottom of your screen. Be a penalty against Bryan Station. Delay. Yeah. Delay of game against Bryan Station. Now a quick toss out to the right. And the catch was made by Payne. Yeah, but he was quickly swarmed on.
Yeah, it was a screen pass right there to Payne, and he was trying to do what he could. Just no room to go anywhere on that play.
The ball at the 26-yard line now.
And the Station offense is going in the wrong direction here, putting them in a very tough situation on a third about 17.
Carpenter rejoins the huddle. That's Johnson out in motion toward the left. Carpenter looking, and firing toward the corner of the end zone, and that one bounces up in the air and then off onto the turf out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like Barber had a shot at it right there, but I think the tall defender kind of got in his way and messed up in catching that pass right there.
Yeah, Kamani Barber the target that time.
And it looks like Station set up to go for the field goal here.
They've got Hannon to try to do that if they choose to do that. And there's Jordan Haskins on the field to hold. And so he's setting up at the 33-yard line. A 43-yard attempt here for John Hennon with 5:17 to go, second quarter. And it is on its way, plenty strong. Is it good? It is. No, it's not. He missed it. He missed it. And so the field goal attempt comes up empty. Looked like he might have had it there, but Hannon, a dependable place kicker, but that's a pretty good distance too from 43 yards. So they come up empty on that drive, and 6-6 remains the score with 5:17 to go in the second quarter of play. So a good stand that time by Simon Kenton.
And it looks like he had the leg for it, just a little bit too far outside.
Simon Kenton to start at the 20 now. Grant Webb, the quarterback, with Landon Brown, the running back, behind him. And the give is to Brown. He's got some good yardage. Came up strongly through the line. Haskins was there to meet him along with Woolfolk, but a good gain for Landon Brown, and they'll move the chains.
A really good run right there by Brown starting off the drive. And it hasn't had too much running room, but every few so runs he's able to break a big one, and able to break a big one on the play right there.
Ball at about the 31 now. Webb gives it to Brown again and again through the middle, finding a little room now on this drive and pushes it up close to the 40 and close to first down yardage.
Again, more strong running right there. You're not seeing just open holes. You're seeing him breaking a few tackles to pick up these yards and just running right through that station defense again on that play. Able to pick up 2 first downs in 2 plays. See if they decide to maybe take a shot at some point here.
Ball between the 40 and the 41 in Simon Kenton territory. The snap to Webb and gives it to Brown again. He crosses the 40 to about the 42-yard line.
And this time they're able to stop him for a real short gain.
It'll be about 2nd and 8, maybe 2nd and 9, 2nd and 8 we'll call it. Under 4 minutes left before halftime. Game tied at 6. Check on the sidelines again, and now Webb is ready to go. Webb takes the snap, turns, fires quickly out to his right. Not much there, and the ball was loose. Let's see if Simon Kenton retains possession. That was Pendleton that made the catch, and the ball knocked away there as the play ended.
And you see Station right there bringing a linebacker blitz, and good job right there by Webb just getting it out to the screen play right there. But good job by Elijah Bojang making the open field tackle right there and also forcing the fumble.
So 3rd down, about 9 for Simon Kenton. Let's see what they come up with here. They'll have Webb at quarterback. Brown is in the backfield. You see Ober in there as a tight end. And we go on 3rd and 9. Now we will stop play, and it'll be a timeout taken by Simon Kenton. So we'll take a timeout as well and be right back. 2:38 to go, 2nd quarter. All tied at 6 here on Glycott.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics programming on Glycod. 2:38 to go. 3rd down and 9 for Simon Kenton. It's Pendleton in motion for the Pioneers. And the snap to Webb. He is surrounded, and they're going to bring him down this time.
And that was a coverage sack right there. You seen him looking down the field. You seen Webb looking down the field, just nobody open, and allowing that defensive line to get back there and get the sack. So good job from at every level of the defense. The D-line doing a good job getting back there, and the DB's doing a good job covering downfield.
Andy Asaba had the biggest part of that sack for Bryan Station, but as you say, it's a team effort involving the defensive coverage of the receivers as well, but the defenders got the big sack that time. And now Bryan Station is going to take a timeout with 2:22 to go in the 2nd quarter before this 4th down play for Simon Kenton. 4th and about 12. Been a real battle here so far. We'll see if things loosen up possibly a little bit in the second half. There's Grayson Harris back in punt formation. And Kamani Barber goes deep for the defenders. So from the 40, his line of scrimmage was the 40, and now he gets into this one a little better than the last one, sending Barber back. He's got it. And comes upfield at about the 30, the 40, and is tackled as he crosses the 38-yard line. Didn't quite make it to the 40. Kamani Barber getting up ahead of steam very quickly and put the defenders in pretty good field position after the punt with 2:10 to go.
And that was a really good punt right there, and good return by Kamani Barber, and setting his team up in decent field position with just about 2 minutes to go. Let's see if they can get any points on the board here and take the momentum before halftime.
So they'll spot it at the 38-yard line in Bryan Station territory. See how the defenders will try to get that 62 yards done to the goal line in this next 2 minutes and 10 seconds. C.J. Carpenter, quarterback. Johnson behind him, the running back. Snap, and Carpenter wants to throw it. Has some time, flings it sidearm, got his man across the middle, and the catch is made up near the first down marker. That was Wilson again, Braden Wilson.
Yeah, and that one was dangerous right there. He's seen a couple of Simon Kenton defenders right there, but good job by Wilson helping his quarterback out, coming back to the ball and picking up the big catch.
Second down, about a yard. And again, he wants to throw. This time again, firing over the middle, and that one is broken up.
Yeah, and I think he has to be a little bit more cautious here with some of these throws, throwing into a lot of coverage. He got saved on the last one, and that one almost was a pick. You have to move the ball fast, but you still got to be cautious of where you're putting the ball at.
He's got a little bit of a sidearm delivery too, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's able to get it in there, but like I said, that's a lot of defenders over there. It's a really tough pass and a tough catch for the receiver to try to make.
And they like the way he's coming along as a quarterback. C.J. Carpenter, the transfer from Lafayette. And the give is to Johnson, and he is wrestled down. He dodged one tackler, and finally there's the ball loose, picked up by Pendleton. He's going the other way with it. Haven't heard a whistle yet, and he's into the end zone.
And I was thinking he may have been dead. It's a lot of stuff going on in the play right there. Thought he might have been down. He also had a penalty on the play. Some strong running right there from Johnson before the fumble, though.
We'll see how this one shakes out. There looked like there might possibly have been a face mask there too, as he was tackled, or the tackle that he got away from. But we'll see. And that is a face mask penalty, personal foul penalty against Simon Kenton. So things got a little chaotic there for a moment as Pendleton picked up that ball and headed for the end zone with it. But instead, it'll come back. And this penalty, as it stepped off, will give Bryan Station a first down. So a costly penalty. Now they'll be at the 39, 38-yard line. First down. Carpenter has it. Rolls to his right. Now he's going to keep it himself and is upended as he crosses the 40 down to about the 37. They'll hurry it up, try to get another play off.
And that Simon Kenton defense, they were back there fast on that play. Didn't give Carpenter much to do back there. Had to take off, make a play with his legs.
Carpenter again, rolling left this time, and looking and throwing downfield. That is caught near the 20-yard line.
And it looks like his main guy again, Kamani Barber, a name we called a lot tonight on offense and defense.
Kamani Barber, another catch. Clock at 52.7 now as the defenders continue to drive, trying to take the lead before halftime. The ball just inside the 20-yard line in Simon Kenton territory.
And here you have to be preaching ball security, whether you're running the ball or the quarterback throwing the ball. Don't make any mistakes here.
He fires out to the right side. And the catch is made over there. That was Payne.
Yeah, man, good job right there, just on an out route and getting out of bounds, stopping the clock for his offense. And some really good execution here from Bryan Station in the 2-minute drill so far. Really like what Coach Haskins has his guys doing here.
35.3 is all that's left in this second quarter. And now they're down inside the 20, and now they at about the 16-yard line. Second down play coming. And this time they hand it off to Payne, who circles left end and got down inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, a little bit of trickery right there, and Payne doing a good job picking up the first down right there. Again, this Station offense looks really good in their 2-minute offense, moving the ball down the field with ease.
Yeah, so a timeout now with 28.6 seconds to go. And the nice play there is the double handoff. The running back handed it off to Payne, who was coming across from the right side to the left and showed his speed and got out there to get it down inside the 10-yard line. Bryan Station threatening to take the lead as we near halftime. Station with a 35-14 win over Tate's Creek last week. Here come the defenders back out on the field, as do the Pioneers, with 28.6 seconds to go. Ball spotted at about the 8. Carpenter waits and takes it and looking and now has to scramble, heads for the corner and gets out of bounds. About 22 seconds to go.
And I thought he might have been able to sneak it into the end zone, but good job coming down from Jordan Pendleton, laying a big hit on Carpenter right there.
Now we're down to 22.1 seconds. Carpenter got to the 3.
And it looks like they may be doing a little bit of trickery here. See Carpenter come off the field.
And the snap to Barber. He's looking for some room, and he's in for the touchdown.
And good job right there running the Wildcat, and good job blocking from the offensive line right there. Open it up for Kamani Barber to run it in. And just excellent execution this whole drive right here. Hats off to Coach Haskins for putting this drive together for his team.
Barber with the touchdown, a 3-yard run, and that makes it 12-6 Bryan Station just before halftime. 18.5 seconds to go as the defenders prepare to try for 2 here after failing on the first extra point.
Looks like they'll try something similar here. Let's see if he's able to put it in again.
Barber again, and he does, and he has put 8 points on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. And Bryan Station now has a 14-6 lead over Simon Kenton as we near halftime. 18.5 seconds to go.
And Kamani Barber with his fingerprints all over this game. He has a touchdown run. He's had a few big catches. You've seen him with the interception. So really doing everything he can to help his team out this win tonight and getting his team with this 8-point lead going into halftime.
Kamani Barber, 5'9", 167, and a senior, and an excellent athlete. We've seen him on the court for Bryan Station basketball. Came into the game with 12 catches for 304 yards and 3 touchdowns, 6 carries on the ground for 124 yards and 2 touchdowns, and also made credited with 13 tackles on the defensive side. And we've seen him make an interception tonight, too. And he also had another interception earlier in the season. So ready to go now, 18.5 seconds to go. And away it goes, and that one is going to sail into and out of the end zone. So again, a start on the 20-yard line for Simon Kenton. Well, that has to give them Bryan Station a lift going into halftime. Maybe change a little bit of the tone of the halftime talks, but certainly anybody's ball game at this point, but that was a big touchdown.
Yeah, it was, and it's really big, too, because you got to remember Bryan Station also gets the ball to start the second half, so if they're able to capitalize on that drive also, they're able to really extend the lead here and put their foot on Simon Kenton and make it tough for him.
See what the Pioneers do with these final seconds.
And I wouldn't expect them to do too much here with 18.5 seconds. Maybe just go with a run play.
The snap, and he is going to throws out to the right side, and got his man Harris out there, but plenty of defenders around him, and they bring him down at about the 30-yard line.
And Harris with a big night tonight also. He's had a lot of catches here tonight.
And that will bring us to the end of the first half of play tonight. And the score at the end of half number 1 is Bryan Station 14 and Simon Kenton 6. And we'll come back and begin our halftime report in just a moment on Glycott.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational, solid career path.
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs. Make your statement.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryan Road in Lexington.
14-6 our score as Bryan Station moved on top with a late touchdown in the second quarter. 14-6 Bryan Station over Simon Kenton at the half as we get ready for halftime festivities. I'm Keith Elkins, KJ Jones alongside. Jackson Miller is our producer, and Jacob Johns is our camera operator tonight here at Bryan Station High School. And KJ, we've seen a defensive battle, but we've seen some good drives up and down the field, some big plays by Kamani Barber and Grayson Harris. Barber for Bryan Station, Harris for Simon Kenton. So we've seen some highlights, but it's not a high-scoring game, a tough battle, and not totally unexpected. Both of these teams coming into the game with some good momentum.
Yeah, and both these teams really are kind of a mirror image of each other, and I mean the game's kind of mirrored itself also, as you've seen. Simon Kenton scored the first touchdown, and then Bryan Station scores. Both missed the kickoff, and then both teams throwing an interception on their next drives. But then you've seen Bryan Station start to get some more momentum and pick it up. And again, Kamani Barber, just with his fingerprints all over this game, with a lot of big plays. He had the big pick, a big catch, and then also with the run and the 2-point conversion. And again, as you said, Grayson Harris also with a lot of big catches tonight too.
Yeah, those are the two guys that these teams like to see the football in their hands, and they want to make every effort to get the ball into their hands where they can make a play. And we saw Harris's catch to start the scoring, a leaping catch in the end zone. In fact, he had a catch on the first play from scrimmage in the game, a long gain from on the pass from Grant Webb, the sophomore quarterback, and Grayson Harris made his presence known very early. And then we saw Barber later make an interception, and then also took over really on that last touchdown, ran the ball in for the touchdown, ran the ball in for the 2 extra points. After they did not come up with an extra point on the first touchdown, they went for 2, and Barber converted. And so while there are a lot of players who are shaping this game, those two guys have really taken the lead at this point, it seems.
Yeah, for sure. Those are the guys that, like, as you said, they've made the biggest plays for their team. And, I mean, the game is still a close game here. And, I mean, I would expect both of those guys to have a big second half as well, too.
What are the coaches addressing here at halftime in this close ball game, a hard-fought game?
If I'm Bryan Station, I'm telling my team, let's attack second half. We just scored this touchdown. We get the ball back. I mean, we're playing good. We gave up that first touchdown, but that's not good enough. Let's extend this lead and keep doing what we're doing. And then if I'm Simon Kenton, I mean, you played a pretty good game. Honestly, there haven't been too many mistakes. You've seen the interception, but other than that, they played a pretty good game. So, I mean, 6 points, that I don't really think that tells the whole tale. I think they're capable of much more. And I'm telling my team, let's just stick to the game plan, do what we do. Let's get this pass game going a little bit more, and I think we have a chance to win this game. Again, Bryan Station gets the ball to start the second half, so I'd let my team know, let's come out, let's make a stance on defense, get a big stop, get the ball back to our offense, let's capitalize and do what we do best.
Simon Kenton came into this game with a 3-2 record. They play in Class 6A, District 6, and they beat Connor in their previous game 35-14 and put up 376 yards of total offense, including 243 passing from Grant Webb, the sophomore quarterback. He came in at 48 of 90, 913 yards passing on the season with 8 touchdowns but 5 interceptions, and so he triggers that Simon Kenton offense, and he is looking a lot for Grayson Harris, who came in with 26 catches for 630 yards and 5 touchdowns, also 9 carries for 48 yards coming into this ball game tonight. On the Bryan Station side, we've seen C.J. Carpenter operating their offense, the junior quarterback, and finding Kamani Barber. Barber came in with 12 catches, 304 yards and 3 touchdowns, and also had 124 yards rushing coming into this game. And last week against Tates Creek, he had 2 catches for 84 yards, including a 58-yard touchdown. Also had an interception against the Commodores, and he's got a big interception tonight, cutting off a scoring threat for Simon Kenton. 14-6 is the score as Bryan Station took the lead late in the first half. They lead it at halftime, 14-6 over Simon Kenton. Back with more in just a moment on Glycott.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
We're here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
Proudly based in Jessamine County, R.J. Corman Railroad Group has been serving North America's railroad industry since 1973. Find out more by visiting rjcorman.com. For high-quality railroad service, it's R.J. Corman.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville, movement that inspires, and by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today.
14-6 Bryan Station as we are at halftime here at Bryan Station High School. The defenders leading Simon Kenton in this one. Look at the first half scoring summary presented by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your winning career today. Visit carpenters.com for more information. It was the Pioneers who got on the board first, and as we saw a nice pass from Grant Webb to Grayson Harris. Harris made a leaping catch in the end zone, and the Pioneers took a 6-0 lead. They failed to get the extra point, and then Bryan Station came back with a pass to Tyler Crutcher for the touchdown. The sophomore tight end made a nice play, Tyler Crutcher, and he is listed at, well, he's not listed, don't have his height and weight listed, but he is a big guy, KJ. He's a good athlete, and he's going to contribute a lot to this Bryan Station offense, and he got the tying touchdown there. The defenders also could not convert on the extra point, but a nice play by Crutcher.
Yeah, for sure, and as you said, he's going to be a big part for this team here in the second half, and let's see if this is what they're able to do and capitalize off the game plan here in the second half.
And the touchdown that put Bryan Station in front was scored by Kamani Barber. About a 3-yard run. They snapped it to him, and it was up to him after that, and he found the opening, a nice opening from his offensive line, and then went into the end zone, and that one worked so well they decided to do it again on the 2-point conversion, wanting to make up for not getting that extra point after the first touchdown. And they did get the 2 points with Barber running it in, and they scored to make it 14-6. And some of the regulars up front on that Bryan Station offense include Jeremiah Moore, Aiden Torres, Trey Kinney, John Bentley. And those guys have delivered there, especially on that play. And you give Kamani Barber a little bit of room, he knows what to do with it.
Yeah, and again, as you said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. They ran the same play twice, and you always see in the NFL college, the guys always give all the glory to the offensive line, and that's because that's really where it starts at. You're not able to make that play if the offensive line doesn't do their job and pick up the block. So credit to them on both those plays, the touchdown and a 2-point conversion, creating that hole for Kamani Barber.
And same thing for the Simon Kenton offensive line. We'll give them a mention here. Paul Snyder, Eli Adkins, Cohen Endicott, Henry Allo, William Schoberg, among those playing that offensive line for Simon Kenton tonight. And that's it's important to every team, of course, but when you've got a good passing attack, that quarterback's going to need a little time to find his targets. Even guys like Harris need a little time to get open, and he's got to have some time to focus, and that's going to be a crucial part of their game as their season moves along.
It is, and Simon Kenton only giving up 1 sack there in the first half, and I would credit that more to the defense because you've seen that Webb was sitting back there in the pocket for a little bit, but that's because of the coverage downfield, so you can't put that completely on the offensive line. They've still been doing a good job making some open lanes for the running back there, and then giving Webb some time to throw the ball back there as well.
That's a look at your first half scoring summary presented by Carpenters Local 1650. Build your winning career today. Carpenters.com for more information. And so our score is Bryan Station 14 and Simon Kenton 6 as we get ready to start the second half. And we'll take one more break here before we do that. So we'll take a break here and come right back with more on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
We're big fans here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Score 1.9% financing on select new Kia models like 2026 Kia Sportage. Or win with 0% on 2025 Kia Sorento and Sportage.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Back at Bryan Station High School, homecoming festivities going on here at Bryan Station tonight, and the defenders are leading Simon Kenton by a score of 14-6 as we are at halftime. Keith Elkins along with KJ Jones, and KJ, we've talked a little bit about what the coaches might be addressing here at halftime, but you played on a state championship team at Mayo, so the player has to do a little bit of work at halftime too as far as getting himself in the right frame of mind. He can't all be the coach. What do you try to do?
Yeah, it's definitely a partnership. The coach has to do the coach and the players have to play, and each side can't do the other's job. So the coach makes the adjustments, and then you just go with the game plan. And, I mean, you have to be making your tackles. You have to be disciplined out there. You have to follow the game plan. And just, again, like I said, just do what you need to be doing and stand disciplined out there on the field to get your team to win.
8-point lead for Bryan Station here. Beautiful evening for football as we are now into the fall, and it was 77 degrees at game time, and the temperature has dropped a few degrees since then, and very, very comfortable tonight. And so the weather not playing a factor in this one at all. Last time I was at Bryan Station, we were finished at halftime because a thunderstorm had moved in, and the defenders lost that night in a 7-0 defeat to Corbin. Tonight they lead by 8 at halftime. Both these teams have some postseason history. Bryan Station, some recent success in the playoffs. They were in the quarterfinals in 6A in 2020, the semifinals in 2022. They were state champs way back in 1971 when there were just, I believe, 3 classes in Kentucky football at that time, and they won the 2A classification in 1971. And they've got some winning going on at Bryan Station now. Coach Philip Hawkins, who left last year and is now at Henry Clay, had some great success here. Their last losing season back in 2019 at 3-8. But they have been winners since then and have had a lot of playoff success, too. Simon Kenton's playoff history, quarterfinals in 6A back in 2009 and 2010, and also in 2012 through 2014 and 2017 through 2019. So they have been past the first weekend several times in their recent playoff history. They reached the semifinals in 6A in 2015 and were runners-up in 6A in 2008, lost a decisive game, 48-0 to Trinity, and put up a 10-win season on the board in 10-3 and reached the 6A quarterfinals back in 2018. So you get some tradition going, and that's helpful too, because that drives your program a little more. The younger kids want to be a part of that program, don't they, as they come up?
For sure, yeah, definitely their success. It makes kids want to go to that school, and like you said, that tradition is something big. Just how Mel is, you see a lot of rich tradition. You feel like you can go there and compete for a state championship, so it's definitely going to make kids want to come there. And as you said, Station actually making it to the state championship a few years ago, losing to a good Trinity team, but definitely they have the capability. And I mean, me and you, we did the Corbin game a few weeks ago, and I can honestly say this team's come a long way from that game that we did there. The execution looks better, and I mean, Coach JT Haskins, he's really got these guys together. It's his first year coaching, so you know you're going to have those hiccups in the beginning of the season, but again, these guys they started 0-3, 0-2 in the past few seasons and have been able to turn it around, and that's exactly what this looks like here for this team this year too.
Yeah, that's an important part of the development of a team. If you decide to play a tough schedule early, and you may get a couple of defeats on the board early, and Bryan Station did, 0-3 in fact, but the players continue to believe in themselves, and that helps the first-year coach too. And though he's been associated with this program for a long time, he is in his first year as the head coach, and having the kids continue to buy in and we know we're a good team, where we just haven't shown it on the scoreboard as yet, and so now they are starting to show it on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and it really takes a good coach to instill that belief in the players, because it can be very hard when you're looking at an 0-3 schedule to say, oh, we're weak, and just kind of throw in the towel on the season. But Coach Haskins is turning around, and he's got this team competing at a high level here.
Counting down the final seconds of our halftime period, it's a 14-6 lead for Bryan Station tonight. Early touchdown by Grayson Harris for Simon Kenton, put the Pioneers in front, and the defenders came back, tied it on a touchdown pass from Carpenter to Tyler Crutcher. That made it 6-6, and they weren't able to convert either. And then Bryan Station grabbed the lead late in the first half. Kamani Barber, who has been a standout tonight, a 3-yard run, and then also ran it in for the 2 points to give Bryan Station this 14-6 lead. And now we see we're not counting the final seconds down from halftime as they put up 3 more minutes on the board, but that's fine. Players continuing to warm up now at each end of this field. The Simon Kenton coaching situation, too, is almost the same situation in that Joe Wynn is a veteran coach, but he is in the first year at Simon Kenton. He's previously head coach at Newport and at Mason County, and had a lot of success in those 2 positions, and now has joined Simon Kenton. And his record through 2025 or through this up to this game was 57-29. So he's a proven winner. I'm sure he's very confident that he'll have this Simon Kenton program going strong before long. He's got some players to work with, and his quarterback Grant Webb is only a sophomore, so a lot of promise in that program.
Yeah, and the fact that he's only a sophomore, and you see this is a pass-heavy team, and you see he's not afraid to let it go. He does have a good group of receivers that catch contested balls, but when you have a quarterback that has that much confidence as a sophomore, the program can only go up from here. So I'm excited to see where Coach Wynn takes this program and exactly where Webb is in the next few years throughout his career also.
Coach Joe Wynn, when he was in his high school days, played at Dayton back in the early 2000s, Dayton, Kentucky, and so he is very familiar with that northern Kentucky situation and all the competition that goes on up there. Of course, JT Haskins played here at Bryan Station, graduated in 2000, and participated on their 1999 4A runner-up team, and then was a defensive back at Louisville from 2000 to 2003, and he played a year or so of professional indoor football, and that is an interesting brand of football. And you see some guys when they had the Lexington Horsemen, and that's who JT played for. There you see some guys who not quite ready to give the game up yet, and it's a fast-moving game and a little bit different type of football, but one in which enables some people to stay active and stay part of the game.
Yeah, and I feel like both these guys, they reached that point where it's like they just want to give back to the game. You get to that point where you realize you're not playing anymore, and you just want to help the young kids coming up and teach them the game and help them be the best that they can be. And that's what both these guys are doing here. Both guys have a ton of experience, and they're doing a good job relaying it to these players here.
So the defenders set up now, ready to have the ball here at the start of the second half. It'll be Miles Mullen, the Simon Kenton kicker, to boot this one away. Miles Mullen, 6'3", 160, and a senior, doing the kicking for Simon Kenton. We're just about set to go. Again, our officials, Keith Jackson, the referee, Jeffrey Clark, the umpire. Headlines with Michael Ashurst, and Omar McDaniel is the line judge. Back judge Clay White. Jordan Torrance is the side judge, the field judge Jimmy Mills, and we are ready to go here in half number 2. Glad you've joined us on Glycod, and this time a short kick. Takes a bounce and is fallen on at the 35-yard line. So Bryan Station will have it there. That was Michael Sands who got that one for the defenders.
And this is a big opening drive here for Bryan Station, actually for both teams, because Bryan Station, if they're able to score here, again, able to stretch out that lead and get some breathing room. And then for Simon Kent, if they're able to get a stop, able to get the ball back to their offense and potentially tie the game up.
Wilson and Barber to the left near the top of your screen as Carpenter awaits the first snap of the second half. And there it is. And he's going to take it himself and is met there by King and a couple of his teammates, Snyder for Simon Kenton.
And some sort of miscommunication between him and Johnson on that play. Not sure who went the wrong direction, but it's not the way you want to start out here in the second half, or a loss after a miscommunication.
The ball at the 32-yard line, a loss of a couple of yards. Second down play coming. It's Kerwin Montgomery in the backfield with Carpenter. And the snap, and Carpenter's going to throw. Fires out to his left, and Barber couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, and just another mishap right there. And you have to think if maybe this extended halftime maybe took a toll on these guys, and maybe they need to get back loosened up a little bit.
So that'll put it right back where it was, and now it's third down. Third down, about 13 from the 32-yard line. Bryan Station trying to get it going, and with the first drive of the second half, leading at 14-6 over Simon Kenton.
And right here, you don't want to get too fancy. You want to just pick up some yards. If the play's not there, don't force it, because then you'll be giving the ball back to Simon Kenton in good field position.
And the snap, couldn't come up with it cleanly. Carpenter does recover the ball, but again, not quite in sync here at the start of the second half.
Yeah, and you see Station coming out here a little bit nonchalant. They need to really get their head back in the game and get back focused. Just a lack of focus right there. You see 3 plays with just all bad turnouts, and that's not the way you want to start the second half. Let's see if the defense can get a little spark and get a stop here on Simon Kenton.
Set for the punt now. And it delivers, and it's going to bounce at about the 30 and out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. The return man was Colton Farsing.
Yeah, a good punt right there, pinning them back at about the 23-yard line.
So we'll see what Simon Kenton can do with their first possession, but Bryan Station have to be taken aback a little bit by that first possession. They'll try to tighten things up the next time. Landon Brown joins the quarterback Grant Webb in the backfield for Simon Kenton. Here's the snap, and they give to Pendleton. And Pendleton comes across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and the exact opposite start for Simon Kenton here. A good run right there by Pendleton to start off the drive here for the second half.
That's an 8-yard pickup, 2nd down and 2.
And I love to see the adjustments that Simon Kenton made here in the second half. Let's see if that strong defensive front for Bryan Station can hold up here.
Here's the snap, and the give is to Brown. Had to dodge the middle. Going to look for some room around the right side. Finds a little bit, but not much.
And again, the Station defensive line doing a good job again, clogging up the holes right there, but better job by Brown, bouncing that outside and finding some running room.
Bojang over there for the stop, among other defenders. Ball at the 38. Did get a first down, so a first down for Simon Kenton at their own 38-yard line. Again, Brown with Webb in the backfield. He's looking and throwing and got his man over the middle. Looked like the ball came loose.
I'm not sure if he was down right there.
Probably down. It looked like it was.
Yeah, but good job hitting Pendleton again on the quick slant right there. And 2 big gains here from Pendleton to start off.
So another first down. They are near midfield now. See Grayson Harris out there to the left along with Hughes. Down toward the bottom of your screen, and now Webb waits for the snap. With Brown in the backfield with him, and Brown straight ahead. He is grinding ahead and gets up to the 45-yard line across the midfield to about almost the 45, then push back.
And Simon Kenton, they're going to continue to push that defensive front for Bryan Station and just keep running these halfback dives. And Brown with some strong run every time, every play he's running through a couple of defenders anytime he gets a big gain. And as you've seen again right there for a gain of 8, just running through a few defenders to pick those yards up, those tough yards.
2nd down for Simon Kenton. Ball at the 45 in Bryan Station territory.
You see Station bringing a little bit of pressure here.
Here is Brown again. Not too much there for him this time, but they have stayed with it, and they didn't have much room for him there early in the ball game, but they've continued to hammer away, and now he is finding a little longer gains each time, it seems.
He is, and again, as the game goes on, that defensive line starts to get wore down. So if you stick with it, eventually you're going to start seeing some bigger gains for 8 yards and 15 yards here and there.
3rd down. Ball at the 42. And they don't need much, maybe a yard. It's Pendleton. He is hit hard and brought down in the backfield, and that is Ndiasaba.
And a good job right there, just plugging all the gaps and getting back there to stop Pendleton. And you can see Simon Kenton's game plan here has been to get the ball to Pendleton, as we see him hit on 3 different attempts so far here. But again, doing a good job right there, bringing up the big 4th down here. And again, it looks like Simon Kenton's going to go for it. And this is the play right here. If you're the Bryan Station defense, you have to stay disciplined. The last 4th down there where they draw you offside, you can't do that right here. You have to make them earn it.
About 3 to go on this 4th down situation, and here come the Pioneers. A snap to Webb. He's looking and throwing right across the middle. He got Harris, and he is close. He may have gotten it. Yes, he did.
Yeah, and just barely. Really good job right there picking up that first down, because it looked like he was short at first, but some extra effort able to pick that one up there and keep the chains moving. And this here, a slow, methodical drive. You haven't seen any deep shots or anything, just a couple runs, a couple of short passes.
It'll be another first down play. All at the 41 in Bryan Station territory.
And again, you're seeing the Station safeties creeping up here. And again, that's when this time when you start to take a deep shot. So if you're Station, always be on the lookout for that.
Harris down to the left. And he's going to float it up there for him. Harris battling for it and can't get it. It's broken up, and that one is incomplete.
Yeah, looks like he was looking for his main guy, Grayson Harris, again right there, but excellent coverage on the back end. One-on-one coverage. It's mano-a-mano, and can't tell the number right there. Looks like maybe number 9, Keon Johnson.
I think
on
that's
the
right.
coverage.
I think it is Keon Johnson, yeah.
Yeah, an excellent coverage right there.
So a second down play now for Simon Kenton from the 41.
You see the safeties back, but again, Station bringing that pressure and able to get a stop again there. And I think that's been the recipe to help stop the run, is bringing the linebacker blitz and the slot corner blitz is also.
Landon Brown hitting hard into that line. Be a third down play coming. And it looks like about, 8 yards to go for the first down. Going about the 39-yard line. Here's the snap. Webb to throw. He's firing out to his right, and that one is tipped and intercepted.
And a good job right there. It looks like it was number 13, Samarion Williams, just undercutting the route right there. Looks like he was looking for Pendleton, but good job by Williams undercutting the ball and picking it off.
So he stopped right over there after making the interception, but a big play by Samarion Williams, and we'll take a quick timeout here. 5:09 to go, third quarter. 14-6 Bryan Station. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
First down play. Here is Carpenter. He's going to throw it long for Barber. Barber has to come back, and no, the catch is made over on the left side.
Yeah, a play action right there. Yeah, it looks like you had 2 guys in the area. Not sure who that was actually intended for, but.
Yeah, Crutcher came over and made the catch, and it looked like Barber was down there. We're going to have to come back for it. In fact, he was coming back for it, but then Crutcher was there.
Yeah, and a good job contorting his body to make that catch. Wasn't an easy one right there.
That's all the way down to the 22-yard line. And Bryan Station could put a little distance between itself and Simon Kenton for the score here. Barber comes to the right, down toward the bottom of your screen. The give is to Raymond Young, who's been getting a little more action at the running back spot lately for Bryan Station. He crosses the 20.
Again, neither one of these teams able to do much in the run game. Good job by both defensive lines, really putting up a wall and just making it really tough. You see a gain of about 4, bringing up a second and manageable.
Second down play coming. Second down at about 6 from the 19. This time it's Wilson to the right side, along with Barber.
And it looks like Kenton maybe bringing some sort of pressure and bring the linebackers, try to stop the run there and doing a good job.
Yeah, the give is to Young, and there are several up on him. Ober was there along with Rabe. Mark it at the 19, so now be a third down play, 3rd and 6 coming for Bryan Station.
I really like the way that both these teams are balancing it out, mixing the run with the pass. And that was why that play action was open on the last play, on the big play action play for Bryan Station.
Wilson and Barber to the left for Bryan Station this time. Here's the snap and the throw, and the ball is batted up in the air. And Crutcher tried to gather it in over there.
And Carpenter throwing a lot of passes into some tightly contested windows. And again, lucky that one wasn't picked right there. Quarterback's worst nightmares when the ball's tipped in the air like Lucky was just able to get batted down to the ground, though.
Yeah, it's anybody's football, and it's over there at the sideline where if a defensive player can grab it, there's a lot of green turf in front of him.
And this kick here, if they're able to make that, this will make a 2-possession game and give them a little bit of breathing room.
Looks like Michael Sands will hold for Bryan Station as Hannon gets set to kick. mark it at the 27, so a 37-yard attempt by Hannon with an 8-point lead on the board for Bryan Station. Kick is on the way. Did we have a whistle beforehand?
Looks like that one was good. I'm not sure what the whistle was for. Neutral zone infraction. That may actually work in their favor if he's not able to make this second one here.
So now it's
it's decision
fourth
time.
Down play. Yeah, let's see what they're going to do.
And it looks like Station's going to decide to go for it.
Yeah, they're going to go for it at 4th and 1 after the 5-yard penalty.
And it looks like they're going back to that Wildcat set with Kamani Barber back at quarterback. And I think this is a play where you know what's coming, but can you stop it here?
Snap to Barber. He takes off with it, and he cuts up field, and he's got the first down.
Again, you knew it was coming. You didn't know which way it was going to go, but Simon Kenton is unable to stop it, and that's been a play that's worked really well for Bryan Station here tonight. Able to score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion off of it, and now getting a 4th down conversion.
Kamani Barber helps in a lot of different ways, and that time it's just a matter of him making a play, and he did again.
He did, and that's a true game changer right there. Had a big interception, taking away a touchdown from Simon Kenton, yet scoring a touchdown, some big catches. I'm not sure where they'd be at in this game without him tonight.
Set to go now. A high snap, but Carpenter brings it down, hands it off to Montgomery, and then a loose ball picked up by Farsing. And now the whistle blows. He may have been down.
And again, that one a close call right there because Simon Kenton picked that one out. That one might have been a house call.
As it is, Bryan Station still got it. Kerwin Montgomery was on the carry that time. All at about the 9. Carpenter turns, hands it to Young. Ober has him wrapped up, and he's brought down with a very short gain, if any.
And a good job again by Ober right there. Had a few tackles for loss, and that one a big one there. Bringing up a 3rd and about medium here.
Yeah, so a 3rd down coming. And they need about 5, maybe 6.
And if I'm the defense, I'm looking to see where Kamani Barber's lined up because that's been their big target guy here tonight.
Carpenter up under center. And he gives it to Barber coming by. Here comes Barber, cuts the corner at the 10 and is shoved out of bounds. Looks like he made it to about the 5-yard line, maybe closer.
Yeah, and I like the trickery on that one. Starting off in shotgun and going under center and hitting them with a quick jet sweep before they're able to get lined up. And again, Kamani Barber is so versatile and any down kind of guy. So every play you have to be looking, where is he at?
So now they're showing 4th down and about 1.
And again, they're bringing Carpenter out. So let's see if they go with the Wildcat formation again, a set that's worked really well for him tonight. Actually, Carpenter coming back in with the play.
Yeah, he's back in there now. We get a whistle, and there'll be a timeout for Bryan Station. So we'll take a break here as well with 1:30 to go in the 3rd, and it's 14-6 Bryan Station over Simon Kenton. We'll be right back on Glycod.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, They hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
If you own a business and would like to find out more about corporate partnerships on Glycod and our free-to-watch high school athletics platform, please drop us a note at info@glycod.com. And here we go.
You see the heavy set here for Bryan Station. This will be a muscle on muscle.
The give is to Young, and he is in for the score.
And a good job right there. Good blocking from his backson up in the backfield, and also the offensive line is creating an open hole in that Simon Kenton defense.
A 20-6 lead for Bryan Station as Raymond Young took it in that time for the defenders. Now Sands preparing to hold again for Hannon.
And that score right there really giving Bryan Station a little bit of breathing room and helping them extend this lead. Game's not over, though. Simon Kenton still with a lot of time here.
And the kick is good by Hannon. So following the score by Young. It's a 15-point lead now for Bryan Station. 21-6 following the extra point by Hannon. And the defenders lead by a couple of scores now. And we've got 1:25 to go in the third quarter. And Bryan Station grinding away, and also they've got Kamani Barber, and that helps.
Yeah, and I would expect Simon Kenton to start picking up the pace a little bit here on offense. You can't lose your composure, though, and start just throwing. You still have to have a game plan and execute that. But, again, I'd expect them to start picking up the pace a little bit here as time's starting to run down on them. They're down 2 possessions.
Raymond Young, a junior, scored the touchdown for Bryan Station. So Hannon approaches the ball and gets it away, and once again they'll watch it sail into and out of the end zone. So the 20-yard line is where Simon Kenton will start, trailing by 15 points now with 1:25 to go in the third quarter. But we're still early enough in this second half. It's not a panic situation by any means for Simon Kenton, but they would like to get one on the board right here and answer as soon as they can.
Yeah, haven't really been able to get much going since that first drive of the game.
Bryan Station has been able to tighten it up a little bit on Harris. We haven't heard quite so much from him since that first quarter. Here's Brown, and he is stopped, possibly short of the line of scrimmage, as they were right there for him that time. Ethan Thomas among the defenders in on the stop.
Yeah, still just not much going for Brown in the running game.
They're wanting to get that going, but at least to set up that passing game, if nothing else. And Brown's running hard, but he's meeting a lot of resistance.
It's hard to break 5 tackles at one time, and Station doing a good job game tackling.
Throwing long down the right side. And the catch is made over there. Yeah. That's Grayson Harris again. And he is across midfield down to about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, and I think it was Kamani Barber on the coverage there, and a real battle between those two guys here tonight.
Well, Harris did have to battle for that catch and brought it down. Call it the 42.
I expect to start seeing some more deep shots. As you see, Station's playing a little bit of off coverage here, though, but bringing the pressure in, you've seen right there, and trying to get the dump off to Brown, but just a little bit off target with the pressure in his face. And that's something Station's done consistently here tonight, is bringing that pressure, and they've been able to stop the run game and also keep Webb on his toes back there.
So second down play coming now from the 42. 2nd and 10.
Again, you've seen Station playing up a little bit closer, playing some press man with the safeties up close, but as they know it's passing situations here, playing a little bit off, so it's going to make it harder to connect on those deep passes.
They give it to Brown again, spins away from a tackler, got some room out there, and Landon Brown is down across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and some strong running. And again, as I said, you see those runs are getting stopped, but as the defense starts to tire down later on in the game, you're going to start to see 10, 15-yard runs, and we was able to see a big run right there from Brown.
Webb ready to go. The snap, and Brown is met and thrown down by Gio Anderson.
Yeah, good job back there by Gio Anderson getting back there and breaking that play up. Looked like a little bit of confusion.
I don't think everybody left at the same time there on that play.
Yeah, so something looked a little off. Couldn't tell what it was, though.
So we've come to the end of the third quarter, though, and it's 21-6 Bryan Station over Simon Kenton. Back with the start of the fourth quarter in just a moment on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
21-6 the score. Bryan Station on top. Simon Kenton trying to get a drive going now. Got the ball at the 30-yard line as we start the fourth quarter of play. And they're still in this, but they do need a score, KJ.
They do, but I mean they're doing some good progress. Having some good progress and moving this ball so far. Had some good plays, good run, and a big pass to Harris. And I'm expecting to target Harris again at some point.
Now the throw and the catch made.
And that time Pendleton, another big target for them. And you just have to think, where's this urgency at for the rest of the game? Because they're moving the ball with ease here on this drive so far.
Yeah, moving it well on this drive. Deep into Bryan Station territory now as we start the fourth quarter.
Again, this is still a long game here, and if you're at Bryan Station, you can't start to get complacent and start to take your foot off the pedal. It's still 11 and a half minutes to go.
And this time Webb keeps it, heads around the right side himself. Crosses the 10 and down to about the 5-yard line. He's pretty close to that goal line. And that time Webb, that was the decision from the start.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many runs from Webb, but when he needs to, he's able to tuck it away and run, and a strong runner there, also a pretty big guy.
Webb at 6'3", listed at 200 pounds as a sophomore. Now the ball on the 3-yard line. First and goal for Simon Kenton, trying to rally from a 15-point deficit here in the fourth quarter.
And you see Station bringing some pressure, and
there's
this time
Brown, and he's going to turn that corner and gets into the end zone. Landon Brown scores for Simon Kenton from 3 yards out with 10:53 to go in the ball game, and it's now 21-12.
And yeah, this is the point where we decide, should I take the field goal or go ahead and try for the 2-point conversion? Because at some point we're going to have to take the 2. So a lot of teams here go ahead, like to try for the 2-point conversion so they know exactly what they need to do. And that's what it looks like Simon Kenton will go ahead and try to do here.
And neither team was able to convert the extra point after their first touchdown. Bryan Station later did come back with a 2-pointer on a run by Barber. So after the score, here come the Pioneers. Under center is Webb. He takes it, gives it to Brown, looks for room around the left side, and he scores. That's a 2-point conversion, and it's now 21-14.
And the stars really showing up here in this game. You see Brown here getting the touchdown and then getting the 2-point conversion, just like Kamani Barber a few possessions back.
So Brown runs it in for the 2-point conversion. 10:53 to go in the game. And it's now a 7-point lead, so that's pretty much anybody's ball game at this point, as Brown, I don't have the numbers on how many carries he has, but he has carried that ball a lot tonight, and he has really taken on the workload, and I guess that's his role normally, but they have really called on him a lot tonight.
Yeah, and you just have to love the consistency again, he hasn't been able to break away too many big ones, but Simon Kenton staying with it, keep feeding him the peel. And again, as I was saying, eventually one's going to break. That the defense can't hold up the whole game, and so fourth quarter toughness, and you're starting to see that Bryan Station defensive line starting to break down a little bit and give up a few runs here and there.
Yeah, he was on his feet when he got to the end zone, both on the touchdown and the 2 extra points.
And this is the first deep kick we've seen Simon Kenton kick.
At the 20, and then wrestled down from behind. That is Bojang who brought it back.
And if you're Bryan Station here, you're going to put together a good methodical drive, keep this Simon Kenton offense on the sideline after they've got the momentum right now. Again, you want to still establish that run game, run the clock down as much as you can, and score if you can, and put this game away.
C.J. Carpenter back there, quarterback. Cano right beside him.
And it looks like Kenton's going to bring a little bit of pressure, too, to see the linebackers coming up. And, yeah, they know the run's coming, and they're bringing their guys.
Yeah, Johnson with the carry, and Pendleton right there for the stop.
Simon Kenton not disguising the blitz at all. You see the linebackers kind of in a receiver stance, is trying to get some momentum coming through.
Ray was also in on the stop for the Pioneers.
Again, it looks like Simon Kenton's going to be bringing some pressure again and try and stop that run.
The snap to Carpenter, gives it to Johnson, tries to turn the corner around the right side, gets to the 30, maybe the 31-yard line.
A good job right there getting to the outside, coming up just a little bit short from the third down, but putting his team in good position to convert here. And again, just running some clock off. As you're going to see, they're going to take their time and run the clock down as much as they can before snapping the ball.
Third down, a little over a yard for Bryan Station. The ball at the 30, just short of the 32-yard line. There's Barber to the left, and Wilson is to the right. And they may have drawn him offside. Yep, there's the flag. Looked like it was Snyder who stepped in there.
Yeah, getting a little bit antsy. He wanted to stop the run right there.
First down yardage on the penalty. And the defenders get a new set of downs. At the 37-yard line. Snap to Carpenter, the give to Johnson, straight ahead.
Yeah, and just as long as you're getting runs like that, you're in good position. Just picking up 4, 3 every run. You'll be in good position to put this game away.
Peyton Testerman in on the stop for Simon Kenton. Ball at the 42.
And at some point, if you see the linebackers keep creeping up like that, you may want to hit them with a play action at some point. But just keep moving it slow and methodically right now.
They turn, and again, it is Johnson looking for room around the left side, finds some, and gets up close to midfield, and he's got a first down.
And a good job. It looks like he broke maybe about 3 or 4 tackles and was able to get to that outside and pick up the first down again. And if you're the linebackers for Simon Kenton blitzing, you don't want to just blitz just out of control. You still want to be making sure you're blitzing in the right gaps and not giving up any open holes. As you see right there, just was a little bit misaligned and then gave up the first down run.
Ball right at midfield, 1st and 10, Bryan Station. Defenders lead by 7. Here's the snap to Carpenter, gives it to Montgomery, looking for room around the right side, but Ober is over there and wrestles him down short of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and Ober again with another tackle for loss. He's been in the backfield causing a lot of disruption and havoc here tonight. And that one right there put him behind the sticks here on 2nd down, making it a bit tougher for this Station offense.
2nd down and 12 for Bryan Station now. The ball back in their own territory, just short of the 48-yard line. Carpenter leads them out.
And I'll also keep my eyes on Kamarni Barber, too.
Here's Carpenter back and looking and throwing down the right side and got his receiver out there and down to about the 32-yard line.
And that looked like Michael Sains on that one right there. And again, you see Simon Kenton, they're selling out for the run, so that's going to open up the pass game completely. And that's what you want to do if you see them playing too close to the line and just not respecting the pass at all.
Sands with a big catch, and that's down to the 35.
Again, you have to love the balance here from Bryan Station tonight, mixing in the pass with the run. They really complemented each other well tonight.
This time they sent Wilson and Barber to the right side. And juggled for a moment by Carpenter, and they're after him, and King's got him and throws him down back there at about the 43.
Yeah, looks like it might have been a horse collar on the play too. Lucky that they didn't call that one right there, but good tackle by Cal King.
King, grabbed him and made that strong tackle, but they're certainly claiming on the Bryan Station sideline that there should have been a flag. It's at the 42 now, second down.
About 2nd and 16 here, which is going to put Station in a really tough position.
So again, they send Wilson and Barber to the right.
Again, if they sell out for the run again, I might try to hit them with a play action.
Here is Johnson with it. Coming to the left side, tries to turn the corner. And out of bounds over there.
Good job,
35.
Good job getting to the outside again. That's been the weakness for this Simon Kenton defense, is protecting the outside. We've seen Johnson able to get to the outside and pick up good yardage a few times here tonight. Only thing right there is him stepping out of bounds. You'd like him to stay in and let this clock keep milking down.
Clock stopped right now. It's down to 6:23, and they have been on the march for a while. They've drawn a flag here.
Looks like it may have been a holding call. I didn't even see the penalty flag come down. And this will really make it tough here for about a 2nd and 26.
Well, didn't hear a conclusive call, but it's 40 on the 48-yard line now. So Bryan Station, after the penalty, trying to crank things up again. Here is Kerwin Montgomery. He finds some running room on the right side, gets across midfield, but they're still a long way from a first down. Got to get down to about the 26.
This is a really tough position here. You just hate to be in this situation as you had such a good drive going, milk the clock a lot. You're able to take off a good amount of time from the clock, which is a positive, but you just hate the holding call and the sack knocking you backwards.
Well, it's a 48-yard line, just across midfield.
And this is where you just have to play it smart. If you're not able to pick up the first down, Simon Kenton should get the ball with more than 5 minutes left.
This is a third down play. And a quick flip to Wilson. Wilson comes to the left side and is pushed out of bounds near the Bryan Station sideline.
And I love the call right there again with the screen pass, just again stepping out of bounds, stopping the clock, which is going to hurt them here.
5:31 to go. It'll be a fourth down play.
If he was able to stay in bounds right there, Simon Kenton would get the ball with less than 5 minutes, but now they're going to get it with maybe about 5 minutes and 20 seconds left, which is plenty of time to march it down the field.
So it'll be Hannon into punt. He'll be standing on about his own 48-yard line. Farsing will be deep for Simon Kenton, but first we get a timeout, so we'll take a quick break and be right back. 5:31 to go. Bryan Station up by 7 on Glycott.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Fourth and 11 coming up for Bryan Station. And are they lining up for a field goal try by Hannon?
I'm shocked about this one. This is a pretty long field goal here.
That'd be what, 55 yards?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I agree with this call here.
There's the snap, the ball down on its way, and it is no good.
And it looks like it was just short.
Yeah, he put plenty of leg into it, but he took the chance on the long three-pointer, and he came up short.
And see, the only thing with that call is now you're giving the ball back to Simon Kenton with some really good starting field position and plenty of time to drive it down. And this is where you really have to rely on your defense and have them get a stop. It looks like they moved the ball to the 20. There may be a different rule in high school football.
Yeah, they'll start at the 20 following the missed field goal. It's still a long way to go for Simon Kenton, but they do have some time. They'll try it on the ground first again.
And Gio Anderson in there again with the stop.
Landon Brown trying to find a little running room. Clock ticking now at 5:13. Harris going to the left side. Second down play coming. There's the snap and a quick toss. It's caught up near the 30. That catch made by Mike Newborn.
Yeah, and I like that concept there, just running a short little hitch route, just finding that soft spot in the zone and hitting this guy right on the money.
So just short of the 31-yard line, or make it the 26-yard line. Need to get to about the 31. So third down play coming. Looks like they'll line up with Harris and Pendleton to the left side. And now we're going to get a timeout as Simon Kenton will take a timeout. They weren't quite sure, I don't think, if they were all on the same page. So 4:03 to go. And we'll take a quick break too. 21-14 Bryan Station. We'll be right back on Glycod.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
3rd and 5 situation coming up for Simon Kenton.
You have to know that this is 4-down territory here for Simon Kenton.
Snap, Webb takes it, and they give it to Brown, and he gets nowhere. As
and again, it looked like Gio Anderson.
Yeah, and Armstrong as well, along with Gio Anderson, and they really had that one stopped.
They did. I think they knew what was coming, and really a questionable call. I think they knew that it was 4-down territory while they went with such a passive call right there.
So clock running at 3:35 now.
And this is difficult territory here for Simon Kenton, as if you don't get this first down here, you're giving the ball to Bryan Station in excellent field position.
It'll be 4th down and about 9 yards to go, eight and a half anyway, and so they'll take another timeout. Timeout. See a flag? Oh, there is a flag on the field. So we'll see what transpires after the flag. Right now we have a break in the action with a 21-14 score on the board, and Bryan Station trying to protect this lead on their homecoming night with 3:27 to go. Officials gather. A tough spot for Simon Kenton here, KJ, with fourth down, and they elected to go with the running play on third down. Now a fourth and a long 8.
Yeah, again, if you don't pick it up here, you're giving the ball to Bryan Station an excellent field position to at least get a field goal and make it a 2-possession game.
Sideline warning against Simon Kenton. That was the call.
And you have to know that they're going to be looking for their main guy, Grayson Harris. So wherever he's at, you need to make sure you have him double covered and make one of the other guys make a play.
Fourth down play, here it is. Webb is going to throw it long near midfield, and that one is broken up, incomplete, and the defenders will have the ball.
And it looks like Jordan Haskins on the, actually it looks like it was number 9, Keon Johnson on the coverage there. Seen him make a few big pass breakups.
Well, they're trying to go for a lot more than 9, and they elected to go for it down the field. Bryan Station able to break the play up with Johnson leading the way. And now the defenders will take over the football.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was Jordan Haskins or Keon Johnson, but either way, really good coverage on the back end right there.
So here come the defenders. Ball at the 21-yard line. And just 3:20 to go. Carpenter hands it off. Avery Johnson hits into the left side. Pendleton there to stop him.
And I know Simon Kenton wishing they didn't have to use some of those timeouts on the last drive, really making it tough here. Not going to be able to stop the clock very much. And this Bryan Station run game, it's really carried them through this game. These last few drives, they would have been able to pick up some good yardage on each run.
Carpenter with Johnson behind him. Long count, of course. And now the snap and the give to Johnson. Short gain to the right side of the line.
Yeah, it's a short gain right there from Johnson. Just keeping the clock going down, though.
Ball at the 20-yard line. They'll take as long as they have before snapping that ball. Carpenter has the play now and relays it to his teammates on third down and about 8. And we get a whistle. Get a delay of game penalty against Bryan Station. So that comes with just 1:45 left in the game.
That'll make this first down a bit harder to pick up, as it'll knock him back to about a 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13 here. And you'd expect him to just be going with another run here. Just keep milking the clock.
Now Carpenter takes it, and he flips out to the left side, gets it to Wilson, and the ball knocked loose as Wilson made the catch.
And then another close call right there. I know you have to be preaching to your guys' ball security, and right there almost a close call.
So Bryan Station will retain possession. Now we get a whistle and a timeout. Comes with 1:34 to go. So we'll keep it right here. This will be a a great win for Bryan Station. As we mentioned before we started tonight, both these teams coming in with some momentum, and somebody was going to have that momentum stop tonight, and it's been a battle. But right now, it looks pretty good for Bryan Station, although anything can happen in high school football.
And I really like that Station defense. They gave up a touchdown on the first drive, and then they really stiffened up, and they've only given up one other touchdown since then on the Simon Kenton possession starting the fourth quarter. But other than that, they've played really solid here tonight.
So it looks like they're going to have another field goal try here by Hannon. This one's set up on the 25-yard line for the senior.
So they're coming strong from that left side.
Block could be a huge play here. And he gets it away, and he drilled that one. And that's going to wrap it up for Bryan Station, most likely. 24-14 the score. 1:36 left following the 35-yard field goal by John Hannon. And so we'll keep it right here as we get ready for the kickoff. 24-14. Well, they had the series down there where obviously Simon Kenton had to go for it and then ended up turning the ball over on downs, a short distance for Bryan Station. They've got the veteran place kicker, and they went with him, and he drilled it that time, and now it's a 10-point lead.
Yeah, and a really hard-fought game from both teams here tonight.
(24-14) as Hannon gets ready to kick it off. Been putting them in the end zone with a lot of regularity tonight.
You know, I'd expect the same here, another touchback.
And boots it away. And it is into the end zone for the touchback. And they'll start from the 20 with just 1:33 to go. Mo Smith made the catch in the end zone, wanted to bring it out.
Yeah, he was excited right there. Yeah, I think he had a vision in his mind, but yeah, unable to bring it out once it goes in the end zone.
So they'll start from the 20. Now it should be a matter of wrapping things up for Bryan Station, but we'll see.
And the game plan here, just keep everything in front of you. Don't let any of the receivers get behind you. You know they're going to be looking for their main guy, Grayson Harris, so keep eyes on him and don't let anything get behind you.
Webb takes it, runs to his right. He's going to have to run with it. Stopped after a very short gain.
Looked like he was maybe looking for a short route, but Station did a good job taking it away.
They line up quickly. 1:10 to go. Webb this time fires out to his left. Got his man up near the 36-yard line.
Again, you know
it
is
Harris. Yeah.
Looks like he's a little bit gimpy too.
Under a minute to go when they snap it this time. Webb looking and firing toward the right side this time. Pendleton trying to bring it down, but can't. Was that Jordan Haskins in on that play?
It looked like Keon Johnson on the breakup that time. Yeah, he's had a few pass breakups here tonight. Really good coverage from the secondary here tonight. Gave up a few big pass plays, but otherwise have played some excellent coverage.
That was 9, Keon Johnson. Clock stop with 51.8 to go. And a second down situation for Simon Kenton. Webb looking and scrambling and having to run and brought down after a very short gain.
It looks like number 25 on the tackle, Raymond Young.
Raymond Young got him, yeah. And
Grant Webb, not the most mobile guy. But yeah, Simon Kenton will take a timeout here and try to regroup.
Well, that comes with 34.2 seconds to go, so they'll give it every shot they have. Should they score on a long play, then they got a chance to try to get the ball back. It's down to miracle time, but still within possibility. And should Bryan Station go on and nail this game down, they would even their record at 3-3. Simon Kenton's record would also be 3-3 after a loss tonight. So on 2nd and 10. They got 3rd and 10 now on the sideline. So here's the play now, and the toss into the middle, and led Grayson Harris a little bit too far that time as he extended the left hand out there but couldn't get it.
Yeah, timing's a little bit off on that one right there.
Now it is 3rd down, I think. Yeah, we got agreement on the scoreboard and the sideline. Webb ready and throwing, and the catch made up near midfield, that time by Hughes, but he had to go down as to catch it, so he's down right there.
It looks like he actually dropped that one on that
play.
Did
he drop it? Okay, didn't bring it in. So it was an incomplete pass, makes it 4th down.
Yeah, it's a little bit too low for him.
So just 35 seconds left, and one last shot for Simon Kenton to try to stay alive. They trail by 10. Here's Webb looking, fires across the middle. Pass is caught. And that was caught by Newborn inside Bryan Station territory at about the 45. Just over 27 seconds left. They did get the 1st down. Simon Kenton still with the football. Here is Webb, going to have to run with it now. And he is brought down from behind, and that'll be about no gain. And the clock ticking now with 12, 11, 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, I think that's one where you just got to throw that one away. You can't take a sack in that position right there.
Clock stops with 8.9. Still showing. We're waiting for the officials now. Now they signal to start the clock, so the final seconds will run off. And Bryan Station will have its victory. Defenders win it by a score of 24-14 over Simon Kenton. A good competitive ball game tonight, with the Defenders come away with the victory, a 10-point win, 24-14 over Simon Kenton. We'll take a break and begin our post-game report in just a moment here on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Sunshine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Sunshine Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Back at Bryan Station High School, 24-14. The defenders win it over Simon Kenton tonight, and a hard-fought game really from start to finish, KJ. There was never a time when the game wasn't in doubt. Bryan Station did pull away to a 15-point lead there, but Simon Kenton responded, and it was a battle right till the end.
Yeah, it was. Again, two evenly matched teams, and I mean both teams fought tooth and nail to the end of the game, and luckily Bryan Station able to come out with the win.
24-14 gives the defenders their third win of the year. They are now 3-3 on the season, and Simon Kenton also 3-3, dropping from 3-2 before coming into this game. And Bryan Station now looking ahead on its schedule. They will have GRC in a district game on Friday, October 10th. That's their next game, and then follow with district games at home against Douglas and then at Madison Central. And Simon Kenton plays on October the 10th against Great Crossing in a district game, then Campbell County in a district game, and at Ryle in a district game for Simon Kenton. So this game sets these teams up for district play, and that's about as good a test as you'd want. I think a good hard-fought game tonight, and now you can really focus on those district opponents.
Yeah, and when you're able to come out with a big win like this, it definitely helps you out and gives you that momentum going into those games, because those are the games you're going to be playing the teams that you're going to be facing in the playoffs and the teams that you're used to playing a lot.
The Simon Kenton Pioneers got off to the lead tonight. Catch by Grayson Harris on a pass from Grant Webb, and Harris showed us a lot tonight. He made a leaping catch in the end zone for the touchdown. He made a big catch on the first play from scrimmage tonight, and Bryan Station, even though they contained him a little better throughout the game, they always had to know where he was, and he was quite a difference maker and will continue to be for Simon Kenton. That got the Pioneers off to a good start at 6-0, but then Tyler Crutcher made a nice play for Bryan Station, a good pass from Carpenter, and the big sophomore took it in for a touchdown to even the game at that point.
Yeah, and again, Carpenter did a really good job. You said Crutcher too, just a lot of good work on that side of the ball. These guys really showed up and showed out tonight and were able to tough it out and come away with the win.
Kamani Barber then took charge of this game for a while. He had a 3-yard run and then also ran it in for the 2 points to give Bryan Station a 14-6 lead. And the defenders had the lead at that point, and Barber they just gave him the ball on the snap, and he ran it in both for the touchdown and for the 2 extra points. And of course, he had contributed with an interception tonight and made a number of big plays, and he is just really going to be a guy that Bryan Station depends upon, and he sure was big for them tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And again, they're going to be leaning on those guys throughout the season. And I think that these guys have good momentum going into the rest of the season, and they really toughed this one out, and the stars really came to play tonight. And again, this is a lot to build off a big win here, especially after starting 0-3. Now you have 3 wins that you're coming off of going into the district play.
And then Raymond Young gave the defenders a 20-6 lead with a 4-yard run, and the extra point by Hannon made it 21-6 as Bryan Station drew out to a 15-point lead then at that point. And then Simon Kenton closed, though. They got a 3-yard run by Landon Brown, and he really had to run hard tonight. He really earned whatever yardage he got. He earned them tonight, didn't he?
He did. I mean, a lot of his runs weren't big runs, and he was getting hit by a lot of different Bryan Station defenders, but he kept after it. Coach kept believing in him, and he was getting the ball the whole game, and eventually he was able to break off a few runs as the game went on, and then, again, he was able to pick up that big touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
And they added a field goal by Hannon with just over a minute and a half left in the ball game, a 35-yard field goal that made it 24-14. That turned out to be the final score, even though Simon Kenton made a bid for a scoring drive, but did not score again, and it was 24-14 the final. Tonight's scoring summary brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. We'll take a break. Be back with more on our postgame report in just a moment here on Glycon.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
We're big fans here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Start the season with a win with savings on an incredible lineup of hot new Kias. Like 2025 Kia Sorento, just $269 a month, or buy for 0% financing. Or drive home a new 2025 Kia Seltos, just $209 a month. And win big on hot new 2025 Kia K4. Yours for just $169 a month. $169 a month.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Back at Bryan Station High School as we continue with our post-game report, and it's time now to name our most outstanding players tonight. The most outstanding players are presented by Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. And a lot of times, KJ, we have a really difficult time choosing among several candidates, but while there are several players who turned in good performances, we had a couple of standouts tonight, didn't we?
Yeah, for sure. For Simon Kenton tonight, Grayson Harris off the top, he had a really big game. He had a big catch to start off the game on a double move, and he was able to score that first touchdown to get Simon Kenton on the board. And then he was just the main target tonight for Grant Webb. He had a lot of big catches and was just shredding the defense apart. I really like the chemistry between him and Grant Webb and how they were able to find those holes in the zone. So a really big night from him tonight for Simon Kenton.
And then on the Bryan Station side, we expected to call number 4's name a lot tonight, and we did. Kamani Barber has been a big part of the Defenders' offense and defense, and he was a big part of both units tonight.
He was. He really left his fingerprint all over this game, catching a big-time pick in the end zone down here, preventing a touchdown. He had a lot of big catches. He was able to score the touchdown to I'm not sure if it tied the game up or gave Bryan Station the lead, but he also got a 2-point conversion. So just doing it on both sides of the ball, and that just shows the endurance of him to be able to play receiver and corner. It's a very tough job to do, and he did it at the top level tonight.
So Grayson Harris of Simon Kenton, Kamani Barber of Bryan Station, our most outstanding players tonight, presented by Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment. We'll take a final break and come back and have a look ahead for you next week when we continue on Glycon.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
We're here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk. They hear you.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville, movement that inspires, and by Carpenters Local 1650. Build your winning career today.
Back to wrap things up here at Bryan Station High School following the Defenders' 24-14 win over Simon Kenton tonight. Let's take a look at next week's schedule, brought to you by New Vista. They see the good ahead. Next week on Glycon, Friday, October 3rd, we have Douglas at Mail, a 7:30 start. and then Sayre at Holy Cross of Louisville, also a 7:30 start. 7 o'clock start over in Southern Indiana for Jeffersonville at New Albany, and then also a 7 p.m. start for Cecina, an Indianapolis school, at Providence in Southern Indiana, and also South Oldham at Woodford County next week, a 7:30 start there. That's a big week of football coming up on Friday, October 3rd on Glycod, so we hope you'll join us then and throughout the season. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and join us for high school football coverage in Central Kentucky and the Louisville area and Southern Indiana every week right on through the playoffs here in 2025. Glad you could be with us tonight. KJ, any final thoughts on this one? A good ball game tonight.
Just an amazing game. Two evenly matched teams here tonight, and both teams fought tooth and nail. Really good game to cover. I'm happy I got to do it, and the Stars really showed out tonight. I love doing the game tonight.
Well, that'll do it for us. Thank you for watching. Again, the final score was 24-14. Bryan Station wins it. And for our producer, Jackson Miller, for KJ Jones, and for our camera operator, Jacob Johns, I'm Keith Elkins. We appreciate you watching, and good night from Lexington Bryan Station High School on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Man of War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. New Vista, we see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas, good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation.